Welcome to this week's episode of Mount Mindset. Now, we've got two returning guests, Big Mikey and Big Adam, two of the most gigantic human beings that I'm sure you'll come across. So we've got Big Mikey, who is looking to make a foray into the world of bodybuilding and aim for his first show. And his coach, Big Adam, who is a PCA pro and a competitive bodybuilder. They are two giants rocking in. You can see from the pictures that they are not normal human size. I reckon that they're actually cast-offs of the Nephilim, the giants from ancient history. So we're going to cover what it's like to train, what it's like to be a big dude, what is happening with fat PTs. Is it a thing? Let's hear their thoughts, because we've got Big Mikey, who's put on a lot of weight in the past and knows what it's like to get out of shape and to get back into shape, what he thinks about the fitness scene, and we'll go everywhere and anywhere in this podcast, have a great catch up with the guys and see what they've been up to since the last time that they were on the pod. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
How are you fucking working with what shoes are you wearing to work?
Sliders, mate.
I did actually.
Fucking seriously.
I'm surprised to see the trainers on.
It's probably got to come off for a minute. Like,
Oh, is it you feeling it?
Yeah.
Is it the right one? Left.
One. Clutch fit. I've learnt to clutch with the outside of my foot.
Is your M3 non auto?
Aye, but the van for work.
Ah, shit.
I take the
totally.
M3 to work, mate.
Oh,
Tools in
you
it.
could. It'd just be a bit banging. Boot would be fucked after a couple of shifts.
Hollywood Spark.
I imagine that turning up at work in my M3 instead. I'd be taking the piss a wee bit, I think.
Just sure there's no much fucking price difference from an MSRT Transit these days, to be fair.
How much are they?
The new fucking...
60.
The new petrol fucking hybrid ones are up at 90 odd
Are they?
starting price. Aye, fucking dear like.
I seen one of them the other day, look nice.
They do look
You know,
nice.
it's fucking 90 grand nice.
No.
Fuck spending that in a van, but
Thing is though, if you need to write off some fucking money, you might as well.
Fair.
You know what I mean? If you're fucking up at that point where 100 grand's gonna,
See,
you may as well benefit than handing
See,
it
if you're
off.
at the point where you think writing 90 grand off in a van is a good idea, it's like your head's either fully broken bottles or you're fucking stinking.
Aye, but Ken, if you've got a hand to hand
Stinking
to
rich.
the fucking government, you might as well fucking benefit for the cunt.
We'll not get into that because the way you think about it is not the way it works.
No, I get that. I know.
Like you're having 40% of 90 grand, and then cunts go, "I'll just spend 90 then." Like, all right then, okay, fair. So they take something. I mean, at 90 grand, like that thing's going to depreciate like a fucking.
Oh, mate, aye. There's one for sale, the new.
You threw a piano out a window, it wouldn't fall faster than the value of that van.
There's a same age as mine, and the cunt's trying to shift it. 168,000 on the clock, and he's still wanting like 28.5 G for it. Like, no chance, lad.
That's wild.
Ken, and the engines are chocolate. Ken, that wet belt is dog shit.
You're not bothered with them.
No, because I changed mine at 20,000 mile.
20.
Aye. Because
That's
the factory ones are shite, lad,
Aye. I got told about 80.
Nah, if it goes...
They say 100. But I got told
bollocks.
80.
Nah, no danger. One of the boys at Tattoo, he's a Ford Master Tech.
Aye.
And he was just like, has it been done? I'm like, nah, it's only at 20,000 miles. He's like, do it sooner rather than later, because the new kit comes with like half an engine.
Aye.
He's like, Ford have fucked something and they've no owned up to it, because then they're going to have to recall every single fucking Transit engine ever made with this wet belt system. So now you get your timing belt kit and it comes with another Ford Transit. And it fucking... So I'll change mine regularly just to avoid anything, and I do the oil quite often too, because you can tell if the bits of the lamination of the belt have started to come off in the oil, you can, it's going to fucking go soon, so get it changed there.
Aye. Because mine's is on 60. I've not had it done yet. Like,
I would maybe...
I might think about it.
Aye, I'd entertain it, like. What one have you got?
What?
Like, Ken, the 105, the 130, the 170, the 180...
130.
130.
Aye.
I think you're... Ken, the more powerful ones are prone to go in. Because I've got the most powerful one. I was talking about remapping it to 200, and he's like, why? For 20, 30 brake. He's like, just leave it alone. I'm like, all right, fine.
Fair.
You still got bigger since the last time you were in here.
That's the aim, yeah.
Much weight you put on?
Me?
Aye.
What was when? Well, I was last year just after stage.
270, 280?
About 270, and this morning I was 305.
I don't do pounds. I can tell you the new.
You're slightly heavier than me, I think.
Whatever 140 kilos is.
Well, I was 139, so you're probably about 307.
There you go. So I'm 20 kilos up base. No, not quite 20 kilos. I was 121.8 at my leanest, and now I'm 140. So whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. But
getting
people
chonky.
were like, Mikey's got big. And I'm like, no, Mikey's not got big. Mikey's got back to normal. Because remember, people were like, how can you call Mikey tiny? I'm like, trust me, Mikey is fucking
I miss being lean. I can't wait till
What do you mean miss being lean? You were looked fucking terrible. You looked a
I'm
junkie.
missing. I looked great from here down. For here up, I was a bit gaunt. Aye, and I was a bit more fucking sucked in. But
Sucked in. It was
I
David.
enjoyed.
What's happened to your face?
Oh, it disappeared. I ate it. Well, starved it.
Aye.
There was fucking nothing here. It was all away. It looked like that fucking cunt for the mummy had came and sucked my soul out.
What's the plan?
I don't know. Ask this cunt. He kens.
What's the plan, Adam?
I'm just
The plan, you've got another couple of weeks of your cycle left, didn't you?
2.
And then we'll sit in our maintenance for a bit and then see whether you need a wee diet or whether we push again.
Definitely need a wee
Probably
diet.
a tidy up diet, I think.
I'm getting a bit fluffy around the middle.
What's a tidy up involved?
Kind of just like a mini cut, just to, so the fat
I
doesn't
thought
get
that's
away
what
from you.
cunts done just to post on Instagram.
Well,
To be-
nowadays, cunts are getting scared to lose their fucking abs. That's why everyone takes so long to get fucking big these days.
It's more like trying to reset your appetite and shit. Get a bit of appetite back in that as well. Eh? Insulin sensitivity. But I try to keep it short, so like 6 weeks or something. Short and hard, and then we can get back to just growing again.
And would it be like the same sort of thing that you were doing if you were cutting for a show?
Aye.
But just a shorter duration?
Just be harsher, basically. Pull his food a bit harder, give him some cardio. Want to get out as quickly as possible, get back to putting size on.
And what would you
waste of
change?
time.
Like, what's the sort of, like, what are you eating now? Like, what would be the switch up?
Just start pulling the carbs.
So the only thing that really ever
Firstly.
changes is your carbs. Your fats and protein barely ever actually move to the lowest side of things.
How much carbs are you on?
I literally, he sends me my food. I don't know what the calorie value is. I fuck knows. Don't know.
Do they have any jam in it?
Eh?
Do they have any jam?
There is no jam.
Not as much jam as I was on anyway.
Jam free.
Is it actually like jam out a jar?
Yep.
I'm thinking there must
Right,
be
jam
something.
it. It's just for sugar in that, isn't it, really?
Essentially, it's carbs in its simplest form, isn't it? But it was 100 gram in my first meal.
That's a lot of
blows my
jam.
mind.
Oh, mate, it was fucking horrible. I hated it.
Because when
What
I
were you
used
putting
to,
in?
Well, I had 2 bagels, so I was
100
cramming
grams of
100 grams
carbs on 2 bagels.
Well, obviously I was
100
half
grams
in
of
them, so
jam.
you got 4 bits, but it's still a fucking lot of jam per bagel.
Because when I was on jam before, I kind of like the squeezy shredless thing. I'm sure the whole bottle was only 80. You know, it's a
Yeah, well, I
fucking,
think the normal ones, what are they, maybe 130, 150?
so you're literally a tube of jam a morning.
Nearly.
Fuck. Is that when you were with fucking Hingy?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, that all that sugar's fucked me up.
Oh, is that what you were on about actually with the high sugar and everything?
Because
Aye,
I was
right,
having the
right.
jam, I was having Squares bars in my next 2 meals. There was sugar in every fucking meal.
Squares, like Rice Krispie
Aye,
squares?
Rice Krispie Square bars. So I was having like
Oh,
chicken
that's-
and rice, 2 Crispy Squares bars, and
So
that was
lots
like
of
my
sugar.
next 2 meals. And then there was like fucking, my next meal had like 40 gram of honey in it, chocolate. Every meal basically had loads of sugar in it.
Right.
And I ended up feeling ill.
And like, what would you say, like, for people that don't really get how hard that is in your digestive system? What was it like?
I actually thought I'd caught a bug. I thought like a sickness bug because
Was it nauseous or was
Aye.
you being sick?
I was never sick, but I kept feeling sick. Like, I think the worst point, I was driving to a job in Glasgow and I pulled over about 3 times, put the window down thinking I was going to spew.
Right.
And I was never sick, but I just felt sick. I felt like shit. And as I say, I thought I had a bug. But what I noticed was I would have a few days of my food, I would feel like that, and then obviously I felt like shit, I wouldn't really eat.
Yeah.
And then I'd feel better, and then I'd eat my food a few days again, and then it took me about 3 weeks to realise this is my diet.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
not a
once you're
bug.
dialed in, and you have been for a while, when you do eat things your body doesn't like I've tried to explain it to folk before, like you, I feel like I'm getting the flu for about 3 or 4 hours at the back of eating something my body's obviously no liked anymore. And I kind of like, I don't get like a runny nose of that, but that's how it feels, kind of like I'm getting bunged up and I feel a bit.
Do you not feel
ugh.
like you get blocked up here? Like
Aye.
in the sinuses?
Aye, but it's not like the easiest way is like I get a bit not feverish, but it's the closest thing I can describe to it, and it lasts a few hours, and I just feel shite.
But
in
you're
the
a
back.
fucking hypochondriac. I mean, it
Who?
could just be you,
How?
mate.
I'm
You're a
inclined to agree,
hypochondriac.
to be fair.
Mate, you are outrageous.
No.
Right, first of all, let's talk about your blood.
Go on then.
Right, you were a ball hair over the normal
Yes,
range.
but because first off, there is nothing wrong with letting a pint out, regardless. EQ was going in, which does thicken your blood, and I was already
Mate,
slightly over.
you'd
It
already
was a
started to
precautionary.
research. You started researching. Was it fucking molasses? Molasses blood.
No, I just said molasses. I didn't research it. Just molasses is the thickest thing after treacle.
Right. What
So
the
it was
fuck were
like-
you on about? Your blood was in normal range.
It was outside the normal
A
range.
ball hair. It was a midgie's ball hair out of the normal range. And then what did you say? You said
What did I say?
You said that it's pretty dodgy letting out a pint of blood, and some people feel sick. And I don't think you can get
No,
insurance
letting out
cover.
pints is no dodgy, but fucking Gemma bammed me up, being like, "Oh, I might the cunts that fucking pass out when letting a pint out." I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's
To
sake!"
tell everybody what precaution you took, Nancy boy.
What did I take?
Right, I'll fucking Mister, I remember everything. I'll remind you.
I do remember everything, but apparently I've been insulting women's coffee making skills. I've been got times wrong the night. You've got some
you did
fucking
get the
imagination the
no,
night.
you did get the times right. Everything else is true.
I did have a fucking handful of penguins on the way through, if that's what you mean.
That would have been fucking good. That would have been good.
That's what I did do.
The world's angriest man is his kryptonite's penguins. He
So
didn't,
is
he
it?
didn't show up tonight because he was fucking scared. That
I
we were
thought he
gonna
would
do
have came through. I thought he was just kind of putting on a fucking front, and then came
I thought
through.
he was coming, to be fair.
He's good.
until he messaged me earlier.
I was very surprised that they didn't make it. I mean,
Is he
talking
still ill?
No, he's fine. He's just a fucking letdown in every way. But he's back to your fucking hypochondriacness, because we're not changing the subject. You decided that in case you wrote off your van because you were going to faint on the way home
I got a lift
to
for it.
Glasgow, you got your fucking missus to drive you there and back to let out 1 pint of blood.
Yes.
I have never heard as something as faggy from a fucking gigantic human being in my life.
But I'm not. If something's gonna go wrong for some cunt, it's fucking me. But I was fine.
That's your excuse
Aye.
for the most faggy. I mean, I
Yep.
cycle. The bar for fagginess is extremely high, and you managed to breach it.
You cycle in lycra.
Mate, you got your missus to drive you fucking through and
did.
back to Glasgow.
I did, and she was not happy about it because the traffic was bad.
Absolutely shambolic.
She was raging. But now I know I'm fine, so now I'll drive myself.
What's
next
your
time.
view on it, Adam? I made it clear my fucking point of view that I think he's a big fucking blouse.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
It was his fuck. He told me to do it for starts, so you
I
can't say
told
nothing.
you to do it. I didn't tell you to get your missus to take you. Eat a couple of sweeties if you feel dizzy and you carry on. I've trained after getting it done.
No, it was funny. She's like, "You're gonna feel great tomorrow. Next training session will be boss." I woke up with a fucking chest infection. I was a fucking right off.
Was it just bloodlet that you got done, or did you get something else?
No, it was just that. Like the week
Why
week
would you feel fucking great after letting a pint of blood out?
They do say that.
Yeah, they say you
I've
feel
never
boss,
felt
eh?
any better after it. Like,
I, other than waking up ill, I didn't feel up or doing about it. No, I got the IV done a few weeks later, and the week before the bloodlet, I got my bloods done. And that obviously,
I got my bloods done at the lab for the altitude training, and my numbers were fucking.
why are you altitude training though?
Because it increases red blood cells.
Oh, that what you did tell me.
So
that,
the
so you-
hematocrit
endurance and
level
all
was
that
up
shit.
to 60%.
Aye.
And I'm looking at my numbers and I'm looking at yours, and I'm like, you're a fucking fag.
I'm not.
a
I'm not.
Grammy EQ, that'll be easier than that.
The what?
A Grammy EQ. That was
Would that get you? Would that get
That'll
you?
give you
60%?
maximum red blood cells. Maximum.
But you know what I found when you're training at altitude? You come out and you can feel how fucking thick the air is when you come back out the chamber.
You look burst whatever you were doing that day.
Well, one of the guys that cycles me, Simon, like real sort of gritty, hardcore, went to Thailand, done all the Muay Thai fighting, kickboxing. Like he's in, you know, gritty individual. So he's like, can it be that hard? And he's looking at my power numbers. Like, listen, I've hired the whole room, and there's plenty of room for you.
I was going to say, it looked. Was that the chamber? It looked
Right.
fucking massive.
It's a whole room. So they basically have a sort of chamber extraction sort of, or creation system that pumps all the right mixture of air into the room and creates the right temperature and
Just when you say chamber, you think of a fucking.
like a tube in it from a fucking
I just want a bike.
engineering
Just
plant.
you and this fucking boiler.
But I'd said to him, "Was like, come down," and I was like, "I have never pushed as hard in my whole life to put out as little power as I did on that bike." I says, "I told you, it is wild how like do you take out just a little bit of oxygen, performance drops off big time." I was looking down.
But if you're doing this and trying to up your red blood cell count, right? how do you maintain that? Will it not just start to go back down?
It'll fade.
Yeah?
It'll fade.
So you've got to regularly go to the chamber thing.
The idea is that you do it regularly and close to an event so that you're running into an event with increased blood cells.
Did you ever manage to source that stuff you were after?
No.
They can't talk in it, no.
Everybody's like, aye, and then it's like, oh, well, you know, it's like the fucking mythical ephedrine. Nobody's like, everybody can get it. And then
you don't get any like pro cycler cunts or that are...
Not anybody that's well, it's them admitting to it.
Ah, right.
It's them admitting to the
too
whole
many Lance Armstrongs in the game.
Too many like, oh no, I would never do that. You're like, I looked at your Strava, mate. It's telling me something else. It's telling me something very, very different.
Yeah, that's it. You're fucking flying.
But I went out with a bunch of the guys that I ride with on a Tuesday night, and they would blow me to bits. Like I was really struggling, and I went out there, and I'm like, what the fuck has happened to you? I was like, nothing, man, just chicken and broccoli.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
But speaking of being on the other end of the scale, we had a bit of an incident that's not kept you off work. I mean, because we have the resident hypochondriac
on the toe.
I would tell everybody what happened.
Dropped a 25 kilo metal plate on my toe. The words of the plastics guy was, you obliterated the end of your toe. The bone was, I couldn't even see the bone on the fucking x-ray. It's
mush,
dust.
Just powder? Shards?
Aye, basically. There was one bit I could see at the top of my toe that was like off to the side.
And what would they do with it?
What would they do with it?
What are they hoping? Like, so the toe's mashed, the bone's crushed.
They're hoping that they had to take it off.
Aye, well, at first they told me it was getting cut off. They sent me to the Royal the next day, and then he just went, nah, I'm just going to stitch it back together.
Have they re-x-rayed it yet, like, since the first time?
I've got no follow-up.
What?
There's no follow-up. The nurse I was at just there says that I need to go see my GP and get referred
your GP
back.
will know what to do.
Fuck me.
GP will know.
I have to get referred
the fucking
back
Google expert.
because I still can't put any weight on it. I've lost feeling in the end of it. But if I get referred back, the only thing they can do is cut it off, which is what I told them today back then.
And why did the guy not cut it off?
He was a dick.
Is that the technical definition? Verified that?
He was a dick. He was a dick.
What did he? But just because he didn't cut it off, or did he have any other traits that pointed towards him being a dick?
Well, aye, because when I seen plastics in St John's the night before, he basically said that'll cause me problems. So he had spoken to orthopedics and basically
it's coming off.
Said it needs to just the end of it, no the whole toe. It needs to come off. And they had agreed. They told me to fast and go down. And then he was just, when I got there, must have been a change of shift, it was someone different. He went, nah, just going to stitch it back. So I says, but I've been told it's going to give me problems. Well, if it does, we'll just cut it off later on down the line. And I was like, but I'm self-employed. I don't know why to take more time off my work. Just cut it off now. Like, I've fasted. 10:30, I'm fucking hungry, I'm fucking crab it now. Get the toe off. And he legit fucking ignored me. Went away, got his anaesthetic. And that was it.
Fucking
that will be shite if they just need to cut it off.
Because it's just around. You could have skipped all that.
I'm not going to be happy if they turn around now and say, "Oh, I cut it off."
But even if you say to the guy, "Look, it's mashed. Like, what is it by stitching this together? You hope's going to happen."
It's not like they're needing to take the whole toe off. It's just the fucking tip.
It's just I think it's like the end of the nail down. Yeah, totally. I think is where it's smashed.
Right.
So it would just be the end.
It's just that top joint bit.
What was it like when you did it? Because you didn't seem to flinch.
Calm as a fucking cucumber, this cunt, He showed me the video and I had to go back to see where he dropped the weight. I'm like, I'm waiting for a hop and a bit.
You're waiting for the jerk or the you fucker. There was nothing.
He just looked down and wanders off. I'm like...
It legit wasn't that sore. Like... Because I looked down at it and in my head I'm thinking, I've not even done a working set on this leg press yet. I need to finish this and then... Fucking blood on my sock.
When I seen that, I thought, right.
It's the second photo where the end of the toes peeled off.
Big Mikey, see when we see Adam's mugshot on the telly, saying this guy's buried 40 bodies and there was no sign it was a serial killer. Right, we'll show people that video and we say, well, there was a sign. He said, what was the sign? That's a 25 kilo plate.
Oh.
He didn't move.
Nothing.
Well, I just thought, I seen the blood on my sock and in my head I thought, I'll go clean this up and I'll finish my leg workout. And then I went into the cubicle in the toilet. By this point, there's a lot of blood on the sock. It's now dripping on the floor, and I'm like, I do want to take my sock off. I took it off, and obviously it's fucked. So I texted my missus, and I was like,
Come to
I
the
need
toilet.
help, basically, I said.
We'll cut to a picture and we'll put the picture up. So if anybody's squeamish, don't look away now. So who did you ask?
My missus. She was in training. I'd sent her a picture of my bloody
So
sock.
she was in the gym at the same time.
Aye, and
Yeah.
I says, I need help. And I got back, what have you done? What's happened? I'm like, go and just fucking send somebody. What have you done? What's happened? Fucking useless in a crisis, her like. After it, she's like, well, I just thought like you'd cut your toe or something. I says, when have I ever said to you, I need help? Do you not think something's wrong here?
It went bad.
It's just like thinking I'd cut my toe. What have you done?
That's
Just
funny.
Aye.
That was
Fucking,
bad, like.
we wrapped do you know those blue shoes you get for going to folks' houses?
Aye.
Aye,
We wrapped that round it and taped it up. By the
What,
time
like
I got to A&E,
like
it was
a
fully
shower
blood.
cap?
Like a shower cap, but for your shoes when you go in somebody's house. Got to A&E, it was fully bloody. That's the most blood I've ever seen come out of me. It was a free bloodlet.
Right, a free bloodlet, and you were still more masculine. This fucking giant pile of fucking shit here.
This way, I done it about 7:30. I was still bleeding at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Aye. It was
Did you
good,
get your
like,
missus to run you back?
run me back there?
He fucking
you
did.
picked up,
He gets ferried about, doesn't he? I'm not the bad one here now anymore.
To be fair, I was driving the next Monday,
Yeah.
using that foot for the clutch. And actually, when I got out of the Royal, I went straight to my work.
Yeah.
I got somebody to pick me up because I couldn't fucking drive.
Yeah.
But that cost me too much money. So when it came to next Monday, I was like, I'm no pines on like driving about. I'm fucking driving. It was no great.
Trying to train legs like 3 days later. I'm
I
like,
trained
what are you
legs a
fucking
week
doing?
after it.
You got to get it in.
Yeah?
You got to get it in.
Aye.
You just took a year off.
When he's doing it, I'm like, in theory, I was like, that might work if you can keep the weight. And he went back, he's like, in reality, though, he's like, you can't just keep the weight on your heel.
I trained legs after a week. I didn't do any leg pressing. I did leg pressing after 2 weeks. And now I'm hack squatting again.
I seen you in there the other night. What, are you actually able to leg press what you were pushing?
I got up to, I got up to 8 plates a side this week.
That's fucking sound.
It's not what I normally do, but
On
it's
the
not
leg
far.
press?
It's not bad.
On the
The
uppy one.
Leco one.
Aye.
Gym Leco one, aye.
That
I'm not
sounds
going
a
near
fucked.
that Arsenal one again for a while.
Ever since you've done that, I've looked at the now I'm like, you didn't think about it before.
See, if
You
it was
pick
one
a
of the rubber
25.
ones, I think you'd have had a sore toe, but
I've dropped rubber ones on my toe before.
See, like this metal one, lad, honestly, it's almost serrated.
Yeah.
It's
The
kind of, it
fucking-
steps in a couple of times there, so it'd have been like a fucking knife's edge. And
See,
it's fucking
they
steel.
look like the
Well, iron.
is it the,
whatever
like the
fuck
red
it is.
calibrated ones, and they're like that thin, and you go, that just looks like a guillotine.
Aye.
Straight off.
Because you see, it's like when you see them loaded up a bar and they've got like some huge weight, like 300 kilos, and you look at the width of it, and you go,
It's
there's no
fucking
way that's
nuts.
300 kilos. So the density of those discs must be.
I hate trying to fucking carry the hangs too, because you can't. Normally you can just one hand everything, but they hangs are so fucking thin you can't grip the cunts, huh?
Did you watch? I sent you the video of what's his name? Mitchell Hooper, world's strongest man, and he's like barefoot, flipping how many times can I flip the metal 20 kilo plate? I sent it to Adam. I was like,
Dare
Watch
I
this.
fucking
And he-
flinched at the
he
end
fu-
of
he
that one.
fucking-
Like,
he
no
dropped-
joke. I was like, fucking.
he dropped it, and it nearly hit his foot. I was like, "What did you? Is that bringing back memories?" A dodgy game that.
I know.
I've never been so careful pulling plates off as I has the last few weeks. I'm not fucking arm's length and fucking bent over as far away from it as I can get.
Oh, if you do that again at the minute, that toe's gone. Like that will be coming off.
How was it judging your first show?
It was good. It was better than I thought it'd be, because normally I didn't watch like the whole thing.
Was there any bickering with other judges? Did you hear any fucking heat button off? No, was everyone on the same page?
You don't need to talk about it. To be fair, you got your own. You just write down what you want and they get passed along.
Oh, is there like a
You
head
got
judge or something like that?
Aye, so there's like you get like a scorecard. You basically, when they come out, you write down everybody's numbers and then you place them all and you just pass it along.
All right.
So you can discuss it, but you don't have to.
Oh, right.
And then at the end, they add the scores up. Basically, it's no like you didn't need to agree on it.
Because when you're judging tattoo hangs, you just need to come to a fucking decision unanimously, yeah, and that can be a pain in the cunt at times.
No, it's basically just fucking added up.
What you hank and fuck it along. That's all right,
You
yeah.
don't need to talk about it.
But that suited you.
Fucking
Fucking.
did.
Big Draco sitting in the corner there.
Squeezed in that fucking aerosol shirt.
Squeezed into that shirt. That was fucking shite. Still in sliders. And
You had a shirt?
Fucking, I just had to wear a shirt and tie, aye. Still had my sliders
He's a
on.
judge, he hasn't.
I
That's
know,
the crack,
I know, I've seen the picture.
There's one
only
when
a
they sit
picture of
behind
me
where
for
it
the
looks out of
back,
a bus
aye.
like.
Is there?
Aye.
You need to look all professional with a big fucking stub toe.
And the shirt's screaming its tits off. No happy, it's wrapped round.
Here's one thing with Mikey. What a flare up we got with a clip about fat PTs. Not fat PTs, but PTs aren't in shape.
Aye, but why do they exist? Like, why are they fucking there?
You want to see the tension in that comment section.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. It just doesn't make any sense, huh?
It's a poor advert, if nothing else.
Well,
surely.
if you're a PT or a coach or whatever, if you're in the fitness industry, you, as the individual, are your fucking advert. I'm buying you, and if you look like a pund of shite, I'm not buying you. You know what I mean? Ken, you show me all the best coaches or PTs or whatever in the world, they will all be in banging fucking shape.
Not all of them, to be fair. Some of the older guys like that are coaching,
Aye,
but
but
they've obviously got the history, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, aye.
But they're all old now. But I know what you mean. Like your average guy should be
Ken,
I mean,
practicing.
it's like you want to look and you want to say, look, this is the results you can get, and I'm someone that's like sort of
aye.
exemplified that, or even somebody that's been really out of shape and they're getting into shape, and you go, well, you're on the right, they're taking the right steps. But someone who's never been in shape saying, I can get you in shape, that's still out of
Fucking
shape,
improve it.
that isn't improving at all, and you go, what, like, it's like somebody book smart. You
The
go,
only
well,
person I could do really well coaching who doesn't need to prove herself is fucking Samson's wife. You know what I
but
mean?
she used to be in shape. I
Oh,
believe.
I've never heard her
She
before.
used to
Him,
compete,
obviously.
aye.
Was she not in
used to
shape now?
compete.
All right, so she kens her fucking shit.
is she not in shape?
Oh, she's not. She's not in
She's not
shape or not
bad.
out of shape. She just looks like a normal woman. It's a normal woman. No, nothing out there. And obviously she's coaching him, and he's fucking Mr. O, isn't he? So absolute fucking
big.
monster. That is fucking.
Big guy.
So you see footage of him like 5 years ago, and you think,
He's
how the fuck are you?
changed since, what was it, the Arnold 2021, when everyone kind of started taking notice of him.
Aye,
2020, 2021, I can't remember. And since then, it's fucking ridiculous.
insane.
I mean, I didn't think that when I looked at the pictures, I mean, I think he didn't have the same sort of condition as Hadi. I was looking at him.
He always
but he just
struggles.
looked so fucking big
Huge.
and full. Like, it was one of the ones where it was something new where you went, oh, it actually changed things up. It was like, wow, this isn't going to be an easy one to pick. Because if it was just a case of like, conditioning, Hadi was there all day long, but that he brought something else. And your eyes were just drawn to him.
Just so big.
So big.
I think when you're the biggest cunt on the stage too, you're naturally just going to get every cunt's attention.
I mean, he still had that kind of aesthetic, he had a great look. Like, you get the mass monsters and they're just like mass at all costs, and they lose a bit of that sort of, aesthetic appearance, that nice sort of look where you go, everything's really in proportion. He just looked like he was huge proportion. He had it all.
Yeah.
Even
In very nice shape, to be fair.
So, what's your plans for Big Michelle here?
It's more what he wants to do, really. He wants to do a show next year, I think.
Hopefully.
What are you going to
Maybe
play next year?
if he grows
What do
some
you mean
legs.
why next year? Because I'm 140 kilos now and the shows are happening now. There's fucking no choice but next year.
Aye, if you wanted to do a show,
You fucking, but the start of the year you were in fucking death face, Darth Vader. I'm 120.
I was just out of fucking
Racing
surgery.
Snake.
I couldn't got in shape even if I wanted. I was fucked.
Listen, here's the hypochondriac. You can't. You're fucking back every 2 days. Okay, check my fucking plaster.
I was fucking bleeding like fuck though for a while. To be fair.
And then you missed it that much. You went back for a bloodlet and got your missus to fucking drive you back and
But
forth.
at least that blood was red. The stuff that was coming out of me was fucking black. That was bad.
What do you fancy doing?
A show.
Aye.
Whatever one, when we start cutting, whatever one aligns, and then if that goes well, and see what happens. Just
This
take
is
it
list
from
as
there.
fuck. What shows he doing? Because he's all over the place.
I'm more just like, tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
So how's the coaching been going with the twos?
It's fine. He tells me what to do, and I do it for the most part.
For the
And
most
that's it.
part.
What's he been
For the
like to
most
coach?
part.
It's been alright, to be
I
fair.
want the fucking truth, Adam.
I'm easy, Uzi. I'm just like, right, Roger, sound. Weight's going up, food's going up, gear's going up, this is going, right, cool, okay, done.
He's been sticking to it.
as far as he tells me, unless he's lying to me.
You smell shite.
I'm getting bigger every week, so I'm a fucking.
It's going in the direction I expect it to. He's probably one of my easier clients, to be fair.
It's good to see you
that
get filled back out again. Because remember, like what Roadhog said back in the WWE, he was like cuts off our kids.
Roadhog.
I remember Legion of Doom.
Yeah, I remember
Legion of
him.
Doom, and they were all solid and big. He had the big spikes and the shoulders, like the shoulder pads. And he came on the mic and he's like, "Don't worry about abs, cuts off our kids. Just get big."
Just get jacked.
So it'll be good to see. It'll be good to see when you wrap up, because I mean you were doing, you managed to get lean, but we want to get you big and lean this time.
As long as when I'm lean, I weigh more than what I did last year, then it's been a success.
I think you will, to be fair.
I'm just, I wish I could fucking smash biceps in there, but my fucking forearm's still causing me problems.
But the same
fucking issue, aye.
No,
Can't load it, it's really annoying. I can do slightly more at the minute, and I can comfortably do a couple of the machines, but I can't push the weight overly.
Get some BPC in you.
I don't think it done fucking anything for me last time, huh?
Depends where you got it from.
Oh,
There's some shit peptide companies going a bit.
what did you say last time? Biolabs or something like that? Was it Biolabs?
Biolabs are good. RP peptides, I've had some off. That was pretty good.
They're all over Instagram today, yeah.
They
Black
sent
and
me
gold,
some.
I think it is.
They sent me one for free, so I gave that a bash and it seemed pretty decent. So
what would you expect from it? What would they do?
Just to fucking fix you faster.
they call it the Wolverine stack, because obviously how Wolverine like self heals or
Yeah.
rapid, obviously. So this is just a peptide that causes you to heal. Well, it's two peptides: BPC 157 and TB 500.
You use the two of them together.
Yeah. One you jag daily, one you do once or twice a week.
And that'll heal you faster. What does it heal?
You put it in the site where you're having. Well, they say put it in the fucking site that you're having
You
the
don't
drama.
have to, because it goes systemic anyway. But there's anti-inflammatory properties that when you jag it locally, it kind of gives an instant relief.
I mean, my issue's in the forearm, so I'm probably going to go shoulder than fucking mess around down here.
Put it straight in your forearm.
Aye, but it's fucking like in this bit here, and I didn't
Put it
really.
in there. I put it in my fucking ankle when I fucked my ankle. Aye.
What was it? Just like a small pin?
I just pinched the skin and done it sub-Q with
Right.
an insulin needle.
Aye.
No, it's saying that I'd be tricky to do myself.
There, you just put it straight in the muscle on your
No,
forearm.
I can't. I know, I get that bit, but if you try to subcute, I just have to fucking.
No, just put it straight in the muscle. That's why I put it in. When I tore my bicep, I was putting it in the bottom of the bicep and the top of my forearm.
I
up
couldn't
there.
bring myself to do that when you were doing with the growth. I'm just like, what? Nah,
Just do it like a dart, do it fast, you feel it.
all right.
You would think you would be fucking totally used to needles. You work
I'm
every
on.
day.
I'm on, but there's certain places that you just like, nah. Like I've never been able to do my pecs because my heart's at the back of it. Now I can the needle's not going near where that's where my head goes at. And I've tried a few times and I just get all sweaty and I bottle it and I just
But
go to my usual
He's
sites.
not a hypochondriac.
No, of course not. Of course.
What can go wrong will go wrong.
How
yeah.
fucking
So-
big a needle you talking about? You need a fucking harpoon.
Oh mate, you're talking that's
About an inch.
you know what I mean?
I've
just
done a
slim
long
pins.
blue in my pec before.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, it's like a
What
javelin.
would you, why the pec? Like, what would be the benefit? Like, what's the
Well,
gain?
I like having many sites so that if you get an uncomfy one, you can skip it because you've got extra ones to use.
You should always rotate your sights anyway, because
a
otherwise
pec?
you get scar tissue build up.
Like, what would be like a
I don't know what your viewpoint on that, but I think the muscle you put it in does get a boost.
I bet an inflammation after the jag, but I don't like it's not.
I know
it's not
it-
making it grow.
I don't know, like I feel like it does.
I've put it everywhere. I've not noticed.
Where have you give me what's the sites you put it in?
I do side lat, side delt, rear delt, upper and lower lat. I used to do upper, mid, and low thigh, but I just do mid now. And that's it at the minute. I used to do triceps and shit, but they started just kind of swelling badly, so I just gave them a couple of break for a few years.
I've done everywhere pretty much. Currently, I only really use front delts, rear delts, lats,
Oh, can you do your
biceps,
fronts?
and tri delts.
I've never
Biceps
done
and
my
triceps.
fronts.
I was talking to Giles when I went to see Lee, and he was saying something about like there was some look when people were doing their shoulders. I didn't know about what he was talking about, but he'd said something about Hadi. He was like, it's really obvious that he's doing his shoulders.
Scar tissue.
It is a scar tissue. Like I can't do my side delts anymore Because if I do it, it swells up straight away. It's just because it's
And what,
scar
like,
tissue.
what was he seeing? Like, I don't know what he was looking
Kind of
at.
like when you get someone really ripped and you see all the strands, that starts to get muddied up. It's not as
And
clear.
you can get like a bit of a lump that forms there.
Right.
I've seen it before. So that's why we rotate sites to avoid the scar tissue.
How are you getting around? Are you doing your rear delt yourself?
Aye.
Aye. Fucking flexible as fuck.
I'm starting
not
to
really.
struggle reaching it.
You ever seen Ricardo trying to twist? It's cunt's like a fucking. I'm like, mate, you're like an iron board.
Oh, is it?
Like, you got fucking postcrete in your spine or
Where are
something?
you putting in your front? Just right in the front there.
Just straight in the... Just like squeeze it in, put it in the biggest bit.
Give that a go then.
It's there the first time, like, it's no...
if it's so, you're fucked.
Just don't tell me that. Just for
I
that,
think
it's
it's better.
sound
It's not the first time you done your quads, you mustn't have been able to walk after
Nah, it still gets there from time to time, to be fair.
it.
Like,
I remember the first
Yeah, he
time.
still brings it up. It was 10 years ago, just to his fucking hype contract it up.
at the minute, I don't know what goes. Every time I try and do it, I'm bending the needle in my fucking leg. I
I
don't know
wouldn't
what's...
do your quads, mate. It's meant to be a bad one to do. I've had too many bad jags in my quad where I've put it in and like fucking
you've
blood
hit
squirted out and
aye.
shit. So I don't touch them anymore.
I know that was the thing with the divers. Like, I don't know I don't know why it needed to go in the quad, but you know when divers get the bends, there's some injection they need to get this in as quickly as possible, and I don't know why.
I don't know why the quad would be any quicker than anywhere else.
I don't know, but it's very specific. Mid quad right in, like they nowhere else.
Interesting, don't know.
So I don't know what the theory is behind it.
But
But
no,
even if you think getting a wetsuit off, it's like fucking going to be one
you
of the
probably
last
find they
bits.
just go right through the fucking thing.
It could be.
Kind of, and that's why they just know that right here on the thigh they can just batter it in and it's golden.
Aye, could be.
But even like if I do my quads and it goes in golden, then I feel a hang, then I pull the needle out and it's fucking like this. And I'm like, what happened in there?
Too solid.
Do your calves.
Fuck off. I done
They're
my
not supposed to be
teardrops once
brutal.
and I
It's
couldn't.
supposed to be the worst place to do it, aye.
I
Have
did
you
my,
done your calves?
I've put insulin in my calves, and I've put growth in my calves, but I wouldn't put fucking...
What, boredom, or is it you just want to experiment? Like, how the fuck
So I used
your
to...
calves are about 20 feet away from your fucking your head.
Well, this is the thing. I used to put insulin in my belly, but what we noticed on my last prep was it was leaving...
the wee bumps.
Aye.
Yeah.
So I went to my calves, basically.
I found that in the front, but kind of if you go to the void either side, it didn't do it. But on my abs, I started getting the fucking lumps, and they took ages to fuck off.
That's saying when I was leaning down last year, my abs took longer to show, and I think it was because of the insulin. Now I just jab it in my outer tricep.
Yeah. That's an easy one too. That's not too bad.
I don't get that. Sharing pictures of your food.
I think it's just folk being like, "Oh look, I'm on plan. I'm eating well." Tag my coach. I've done it in the past day. I'm guilty of it.
It's cunts that post their whole day's food though. It's like nobody gives a fuck.
You'd be surprised. Like I get messages all the fucking time about what I'm eating and fucking. What'd you do? Oh, did you not get a bit bored with it? I'm like, no.
Well, see, to be fair, when I was on prep, I was getting a high day one day, and I jokingly wrote on my Instagram, getting a high day the day I'm going to post all my meals. And the next one I went, just kidding, nobody gives a fuck. Do you know the amount of messages I got? The cunts that actually wanted to know.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you care?
Folk are into it because
Aye. Well, they want to know how much you eat. And
aye, yeah. I think folk are wanting to know what you're up to without having to physically pay someone to know what you're up to. Do you know what I mean? What are you eating in the day? How do you
It's
do this?
nosiness.
Aye.
It's just nosiness.
I think a lot of folk have good intentions for it, but you know they're like kind of like, oh, I'd love to start, but then they don't. You know what I mean?
Like it's like the missus. She's on like we went to the Siam Park in the Maldives. So there's like a fucking group chat, you know, and she's still in the group chat, and I'm like, why are you still on that? She's like, because like it's good to answer questions. Like people have got questions that I can answer. I'm like, no, it's not. You're a nosy fucker. That's nosiness.
What do you mean? Like a group chat for what? Like just cunts going there?
Oh, like people, what there's such and such. Oh, I've left a like somebody had left a lilo. Like,
Oh, fuck
because,
me.
because
Aye, I
they
know.
need to fly after the nun. Like you want a lilo, it's like fucking $100 for a lilo. So people are like, oh, I've left it there, and if anybody wants it, they can pick it up
For £100.
for $50. But like, there's stuff like, is this restaurant good? Blah, or just usual holiday shite. And like it's good when you're there, but why are you still on this? Been back for fucking 3 weeks. Nosy bastard. I'm like, yeah, that's Isla stuff. That's Isla
That's
is
it.
still game.
Stacey, TripAdvisor.
Right. Oh, you know, sitting there, I'm like, I'll give you something to do. So if you're fucking sitting playing in that stupid fucking group chat. What were you talking about there? You couldn't do coaching full time? No, for you.
But you're such a people person, Adam.
That's the problem.
People often say that about you. People often say that's a gentle giant. He's just a nice,
He's
just a nice
just
boy.
a happy, energetic guy
See,
waiting to break out.
Just
See, when I
somebody to
get-
talk to.
Cunts that do what they're told, like Mikey's all right. Mikey doesn't hassle me through the week. But I don't mind if somebody's got questions through the week, fine. But see, when somebody's messaging me every day.
I don't think I've ever actually mailed you. I've mailed
I
you
don't
obviously
think you have.
outside of coaching.
But I got this one guy, right? He was my fucking worst, right?
You still got him.
No, he's gone. He
How do you fuck them off? No, you tell us after.
he was. Mate, he was asking me how to make oats. He was
How
asking
to make oats? They come fucking ready made.
what did I do with it and that, and then he was sending me videos where, honest, in his video would be like, "This is my meal one for the day. This is my bag for putting my meals in." And legit, one day I says, "Mate, you're messaging me more than my missus does.
Oh,
Like,
you've
you
told
need
me
to
about
stop it." I was just fucking like cracking up at him, man.
I think folk get excited though.
Who is it? Was it you that sent me the picture? Like you, somebody had asked how to weigh your food, and they sent the picture of the fucking empty bowl and the weight, and then the bottom of the food in the bottom
No,
of the
that
bowl.
was the way. No.
Oh man, I was killing me because we're like, this is the shit we need to put up with.
The best one this guy done, right? So he was on, I think it was 40 grams of rice uncooked, and he sent me a picture of his meal, and I'm like, mate, there's a tiny bit of rice on the plate. I'm like, mate, that rice is wrong. No, 40 grams. I was like, aye, 40 grams uncooked. He was getting microwavable rice, weighing out 40 grams, and then cooking it, as he said, in the microwave. That's it, cooked now. I was like, mate, no, it's already cooked.
Aye. Well, 40 grams rice, you should at least have 80 to 100 grams
Oh, it was like
of rice to
2
fucking eat.
spoonfuls of rice. I'm like, that's no right. But he thought that was. I was like, no, if you have a microwave rice, you need to tell me so I
Did
can
you know what?
work it
Asking
out
me
right.
to count the rice.
He probably would have fucking counted
Aye,
the
that's
rice.
what I'm saying.
if I tell
You
him.
need
You've-
1,023
You've
grains
missed,
of
you've
rice.
missed the opportunity. You need exactly 1,119 grains of rice
Aye.
and video it.
Because like I said to him at the start, like I'm not cooking rice. I fucking hate cooking rice. He's like, sound. So my rice weight is for microwaving the fucking rice.
I wouldn't even know how to cook. Like, they take it just boil it in water.
You can get a rice cooker that does it all for you, but it's like I can't be fucked with another thing on my bunker. And when I'm doing it in the pan, I always fuck it. I just like because it's something you just need to fucking. You end up forgetting it's there, and then you come back and it's fucking charred to the bottom of the fucking pan. So
Rice cookers.
Stace looks
magical,
at the
mate.
food and
oh
she's
no,
like,
rice cookers are great. You just put the water and put the rice in, fucking hey presto, it's all done.
Aye.
But I can't be fucked with a big stupid cunt thing on
but
my
when you're
bunker.
making that much food, you know, as often you want it to be you want to be as efficient and effortless
Aye.
as you want it to be. You want no resistance. It's hard enough.
don't
Like
cook
sticking
mine.
to it. You just want to be like, hit it.
Aye, this kid does fuck all. He's
I've got
fucking
the maid to
cushy,
go and
yeah.
make my food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got a fucking chef that lives at home, man.
That's ideal.
Aye.
I've got it sussed.
Aye.
Aye.
How many daily is it daily prep or is it
No,
a couple
she
of days?
does Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday.
I
She
do
food
daily.
preps.
I hate stuff that's been sitting in the fridge. I do like it. I'll no eat it, so I just do it every morning
Right.
for the day, and then it's
Think
done.
that helps?
Take too
Eh?
long.
Do you think that helps?
If it's sitting in the fridge over a day, I'll no eat it. I don't know why. I just can because it sweats a wee bit and it's I'm fucking nut. And it only takes me 20 minutes, half an hour max to get everything ready for the whole day. So when I'm doing the wee boys' breakfast and that and getting them sorted for school, I'll just go in the kitchen and do it all.
Have you not got a maid like him, no?
I've not got one like him. No, mine can't cook.
Aye.
No good. Mine couldn't cook, to be fair, when I met her. I had to teach her how to make rice, mate. And then, to be fair, she was fucking shite at making rice in a pot, so I eventually bought her a rice cooker
There you go. I've got your present.
and an air fryer for the chicken. In fact, no, she bought the air fryer.
Air fryers are
Do you use the air
dynamite.
fryer for the chicken?
Aye, fucking right. See, normally, so the chicken, I put the chicken in for 20 minutes on bake or roast or whatever the fuck it is, and I'm waiting on the chicken, like everything else is done ready. Fucking veg only takes a couple of minutes, your rice is fucking 2 minutes per pack, and everything else is, steak doesn't take long.
Do you eat veg? You see the Ronnie Coleman fucking video where it's like the Jeep veg, he's like, nah.
See, to be fair, I didn't ever. The only time I ate it was in prep when I was hungry. This is my first off season where I've kept the veg in. 100 gram a meal, apart from unless it's like oats. I'm not having fucking veg with oats.
I think when you're going down the way, it just gives you something else to eat, a bit of volume.
That does like.
Ken, and when you're at the bottom end, 100 gram of anything extra starts to become welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, I've been on prep and I've sat and ate a bowl of peas because I was that fucking hungry.
Right.
That was a low point. Like, I remember that.
That's
like-
fucking
I
A
don't
low.
bowl of peas.
I don't mind peas, to be fair.
That's low. I was
I
thinking,
don't mind them, but that's all I was eating was a bowl of peas with salt and pepper.
I'd never
on it.
thought about the mixed veg though till you said it, Ken, the frozen shit and just fucking it, and that's
that's
really
and is
good.
it literally just something to fill your stomach?
Well, does it not do anything for fibre or whatever?
Well, there's
digestion
fibre
shit?
and there's micronutrients in that, and so it is good to have, but when...
I don't think you necessarily need it though.
No, I
Do you-
don't.
Do you think, talking about like people that are doing like hardcore prep and then wanting coaches, do you think their mind's just skewed with all this fucking influencer stuff that's going about?
A lot of the stuff you see on social media is complete horseshit. Total bollocks.
Yes.
How do you manage that when somebody's coming to you going, I'm sure I've seen you have like spirited debates with people that like, you can't do this, or somebody says that it
But
should
it's
be
like,
this or
it's
that.
like these fucking idiots like, oh, you can get massive while cutting. No, you can't. You can't. You're no to grow muscle or grow fat or whatever, you need to be in a surplus. You're not getting massive on the way down. You're not. Oh, but I look more jacked. Aye, because you've took all the fat. Of course you're going to start seeing your muscles. And you've started training. So you're going to condition your muscles. Your muscles are going to look better. They're going to start taking shape. You're not getting fucking bigger, though.
The
You're not
only
getting
time
jacked. You're getting lean.
You can if you've literally just started training.
Aye,
You
because
will
you're
grow,
fucking...
aye.
But aye, because you've
you're
never
so
done it
new to
before. Aye.
But it's only that one time you'll
These
ever do
fucking
that.
people are like, oh, I'm gonna lose fat and build muscle. You're fucking not.
What about these? Did you see the video of that? I don't know what his name, but he dresses as a priest,
No, he's funny. The fucking he's like a mini Arnold almost.
and he's like, you're showing your abs because you're skinny. You've got abs because you're skinny, not because you're jacked. You want to show off to your mates. You're basically victim weight. You can't bench press 225.
I think we're talking about a different boy.
Oh, it's funny.
There's a German gym lad that goes. I think he's German anyway. He always puts on like a Arnie Austrian type
Right.
accent, and he goes round like the fucking trying to get people to join the gym church or whatever. He calls it something stupid, and he dresses like a fucking vicar but sleeveless, with his fucking arms and that out, going round fucking random places, fucking giving all that kind. But I think you're on about someone completely different to what I thought.
He's an American dude, and he just looks like a short, solid power lifter. You know, just like somebody you'd see in one of these like really hardcore, gritty gyms with weird equipment, just huge poundages, and he comes on and he's just having a rant about these guys, like these influencers. Like, you're basically showing abs because you've got nothing else. You've got no muscle in your body. If you're under 200 pounds, you're basically a victim.
we were saying that one, but it's like if you're a man and you're under 100 kilos, you're
You're
fucking.
fucking female,
Aye.
basically.
And then see how many people I realise they're under 100 kilos. I thought someone being over 100 kilos would be quite common. Apparently it isn't it?
No.
Every cunt on their dug's like 70, 80, 90. I'm like, all right, well.
But it's when you see guys that are like in the pictures, they look massive. Like they're taking these pictures and they look big, and you see them in the gym, and I'm like, you are by orders of magnitude.
Lighting does a lot for people.
Well, I think there must be something to do with the angle as well. They're taking
Yeah,
it, and you know, it must be like the arms close at the camera, and they look bigger.
Someone was on about this in Flex the other night, actually. He's like, I see these cunts training and they're posting and it's getting reshared on the Flex page. He's like, you're not that big. How the fuck have you managed to look that big?
I've seen people like posting up, I'm 110 kilos. I'm like, the fuck you are. Like, you need the 25 kilo plate that Adam dropped in his toe to get to fucking 110 kilos. And you see them and you go, what bullshit are you putting out here? It's absolute fucking
Oh, there's
garbage.
a couple of fitness influencers that really do my fucking tits in. They're both fat. They both can't train with a fuck. They're both like, honest to fuck.
Who are we talking about here?
Fabian and his bird. Ken, his parents own Extreme and Livy.
Oh, I know.
Broly
I know
Games.
of them. Aye.
A fucking melty of
He's
human.
fucking mascara and that.
Aye. I called him out on one of
Mascara?
the. I called him out on fucking Instagram. I went
on,
through the weekend
fuck.
and he just blocked me. Yeah, and cause he was putting up a video, about how gyms are all toxic, masculine places and they're unwelcoming.
He's like a fucking Slipknot looking
Aye.
character. I remember.
Right, emo as fuck.
Is that what it is called? Emo.
Aye.
Ken, they're both PTs and nutritionists and
Is
fitness.
he straight?
You can't be.
There's no
I
danger
mean, he
he's
has a
straight.
bird. Whether,
But what does she identify as?
well, this is the thing, and Ken, like she's a fucking PT and fitness coach and that. She's got cunts on their plan on beans on toast.
He blocked me because I commented
What the fuck?
He blocked me. I put a fucking I'm like, mate, I don't agree with
Mate,
what you're
honestly,
saying.
so he's been tattooed in the studio of Maddie and he sits and slags fuck out everybody. He's apparently a fucking, what are they, like a life coach or a mental mind coach, whatever the fucking chat is. Influencer.
You know how you talked about your business card?
The what?
Like a PT's a business card.
Aye, this fucking Jesus.
What business card is this?
I know. And like, but he's all about, you know, mindset and positivity and this, and the cunt sits there slagging every cunt off. Like when I've not been in the shop and he's just like, oh, Mikey's taking this. Oh, he puts synthol in his triceps. No way he's got them. And I'm like, have I? Fuck. You little gobshite. Oh, he didn't lose all that weight in a year. Well, I fucking did, lad. Ken. But I was just full of shit. So when he posted this comment, I had lost my shit when I went through him. And he shat himself, his bird's bailing me. I'm like, oh, I hide them behind your fucking fat bird sound.
Is she fat?
I don't actually know. I've never met her, but she's not thin.
For the purposes, I don't like him. She is.
She's not. She's definitely not in shape for a PT for sure, or a coach or whatever the fuck she does. And then they're just fucking all mouth and off, and it's just like, I sound mate. It's just like, you're all positivity, but you sit and slag every cunt on the dug behind their fucking back. You sat in my shop, Ken, fucking slagged me off, told me everything I've done's foolish. Ken, go fuck yourself.
What do you make of the whole, like, talking about losing weight and people on the semi-glutide and what's came out since it's...
What, the fact it's lizard venom?
Apparently so.
It's fucking sketchy.
It's fucking complete and utter laziness, mate.
I was speaking to a guy the other day, one of my clients is on it, and apparently the drug was, it's only diabetics are meant to take this stuff.
Yep.
And you've got normal folk just fucking going ham with it.
And they're whacking it in.
And because he was explaining to me the other day, like he's been started on fuck all and slowly built up, whereas
So
folk
it's
are,
meant to be, aye.
and folk are wading in just daily, whapping a gram in their stomach and that, and then they wonder why they're fucking dying after 4 jags.
Has there been deaths, is there?
Oh, aye.
It causes osteoporosis and all sorts of shit, man.
The bone density
Yep.
drops,
Yep.
eats muscle.
Your
You're not getting the
organ,
minerals because
this-
you're not eating
aye.
properly.
Wow.
And a lot of people are finding now that, like, when they're coming off, they're putting their weight back on. Because when you're on it, like the boy was saying to me,
That was the whole smokers thing. They would smoke and they would lose all the weight, and then
Aye.
as soon as they stopped smoking, they would just blow back
because
up.
obviously cigarettes are an appetite suppressant. Same with this. Like he's like I think it's great. He's diabetic, and it's the doctors that have put him on it and that. And he's like he called it food noise. So kind of like getting cravings and wanting a snack and eat shite and that. He's like, oh, that's gone for me. He's like, I'm still trying to eat 3 meals a day, just healthy choices. But I don't. He's like, I'm not getting hunger. I'm not wanting to snack on shite. So he's down a couple of stones. So he's like, they've built me up slowly.
Yeah.
I think in that case, people it can work, but there's too many people that are just fucking banging it. Nobody
Aye,
hungry,
going
no
ham,
eating
aye.
fuck all, or when they are hungry, they're having a fucking kebab still.
Seabum said that. He says you should never do anything that you can do naturally. He's like, you
Have
don't.
some
You,
fucking
you just need.
willpower.
But
If you
this is
sort your
what-
eating out, he's like, you
Aye.
can get in shape. He's like, you don't need to go to that. One of the most wanktastic expressions I ever heard of it, or explanations, was it's outsourced discipline. What in the fucking LinkedIn is that? So I've not got any fucking willpower. I'm going to outsource the discipline to fucking lizard venom.
Thing is though, if I can do it in a year in a job where I sit down all the fucking time, any cunt can fucking do
And
it.
a hypochondriac.
And that too. Ken, if I can, but if I can do it, any cunt can do it. I barely move through the fucking day outside of going to the gym, and if I get steps in, I have to actively step. Like my normal day to day, I'm essentially a chair.
Yeah.
I don't fucking move. If I'm at work, I'm stationary. If I'm at home drawing, I'm stationary. When I'm sleeping, I'm stationary. I have to actively
You
try
had a
and
dream
move.
yet?
Nah, I just still turn on and off, lad.
It cracks me up.
I think it's great, to be fair, because I think when I'm sleeping, I'm actually just fucking sleeping. I'm not going off into fucking Neverland in my head. Do you know what I mean?
But supposedly, when you're dreaming, that's when you're in a deep sleep.
They say that,
Supposedly.
but I just power on and off like a computer.
I get
that-
some. How many hours sleep do you get?
I'm about 7, probably average. 6.5, 7.
I'm saying 8's too much for me. I feel fucked.
I can get 8 at the weekend, but generally 6.5, 7.
Do you know, I feel cunted if I have 8 or more. I wake up feeling fucked.
I'm usually cunted by the weekend anyway, so I don't know what I notice the difference.
It's interesting, like, see people talk about optimising sleep. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know?
I used to only do about 4 hours
All
of
the
that.
fucking watches and shit. But see, I recently, because obviously we engineered to get stuff for them, they've got a sleep product.
You said it was good, huh?
It is good, but see the problem. See when I dream, my dreams are fucking violent, and that wakes me up.
Oh, like proper vivid, like it's
I'm
real.
It's a
fucking-
dream or a nightmare?
I'm either running away from some cunt that's got to kill me, or I'm trying to
you
kill
mean,
somebody.
You mean violent,
I
actually.
have
like-
really violent dreams, and then that wakes me up, and I'm like, well, that's not really helping me, is it? 'Cause I'm
that's true.
I had this chat with my missus. She was having a go at me. But she's woke up, had a dream, and she had a bad dream, and you were bad to me in it.
Oh, I get that all the time.
I was like,
Right,
right?
Charlie falls out of me.
Like it was my fucking fault.
Aye.
And she says, and I'm like, okay, then what happened? Tell me. She says, well, I was attacking you with a chainsaw, and then you choked me out. I was like, oh, and I'm the bad guy.
I get the fucking, like, oh, you cheated on me in my dream. I'm like,
I've had that.
I'm just like,
Yes.
was she worth it? Who was it? Was she a 10? Were you happy with your
You
replacement?
just go straight. You know, it's like the Kevin Bridges bit where it's like just go straight for the high number. Like how drinks cost a fortune. How much you think it costs?
49
quid.
grand.
Aye, 300 quid. Oh, well, maybe they're a bit. They're
But
bit
kid,
alright.
she's actually raging, like
she?
she's like I've actually done it. She's like, don't even fuck come near me. I'm like, it didn't happen. You have invented this.
This is the thing, is like you get into, like, people don't realise the power of the mind. It's like when you wake up and you go into a certain state, you feel like your nervous system doesn't know the difference. So your nervous system is going, we've experienced this, and you're trying to make sense of it. You're going, nah, something's up.
Aye, because she dreams, like, she feels like she's no slept sometimes if she's had a proper vivid, like, I can't tell reality from dream. She just wakes up, she's like, I feel like I've no fucking slept.
Why do you think you have, does that sleep product does that induce violent dreams, or do you just have violent dreams? But
What's in it? Is there melatonin and shit, or?
There's no melatonin in it.
I don't think they can legally do melatonin in the UK.
You can't, you need to get it for America.
Yeah.
But I find melatonin just makes me groggy as shit. No, it's not like obviously the product it makes you have deeper sleep and then you dream. But I guess the dreams are on me knowing the fucking
sinister side.
see, to be fair, if I'm on train, I have fucking really violent dreams sometimes.
I still don't. No, even when I just wake up wet, getting like this fucking sweat.
I didn't get that anymore.
I didn't have it last
for trying.
time, but last time I wasn't on a lot.
Have you changed have you changed up your, remember we discussed your constituent parts of your gear plan, is like, have you changed that up? Are you still taking as much trend?
Not on any train at the moment.
No.
I no run train unless I'm on prep. It fucking I couldn't eat if I was on train. Fucks
much
my
were you on?
appetite. How much was I on?
Yeah.
I fucking ran as much as a gram.
Oh shit,
I think last prep I was on 700.
Jesus.
But I pulled it down to like fucking 200 or something.
That's the most I've ever went on.
Oh, I've fucking ran a gram in the past.
Fuck that, man.
You heard Yates's point when it was it called parabolin?
Parabolin's train hex.
He was like, we were shiting ourselves. Like 2 ampules of this a week, no more.
That's
Right,
right,
was
we
it
were
76 milligrams?
76 milligrams.
That was when they tried to make train for humans.
Aye.
Stuff that we get's meant for cows.
But it was he was like, we were shiting ourselves. Like they were telling me, like the guy that gave him the stuff, he's like, don't use too much of this because it's really strong.
It's meant to be
What
really
was
good.
that you took and you fucking hated the dog and everything?
Halo.
Halo.
That was it. Halo. Aye.
That was fucking
What is it?
Halo.
I've never dabbled.
It's generally it's power lifters that'll take it, mate,
Alright,
because of
okay.
the fucking aggression that it gives you.
Does strength go through the roof on it? Like,
I didn't even notice that.
Did you
like,
not say it was like a hardener or something? Like
it's
like
supposed
the
to
day of
make
the
you a bit
show.
harder and drier. Like bodybuilders will use it at the end of prep to basically give them the aggression to get through their training sessions, and supposedly it hardens you up a wee bit, but I just fucking...
Wasn't it worth it?
What are you taking for engineered? What is it? What stuff do you take? What do you like?
I think probably my favourite products is either the pump pre-workout or the turbo swole, which are both essentially for your pump when you're training.
The
Because
pre-workout sound, it just needs to taste better.
well, it's not got a flavour.
I know.
Have you tried the fucking, like, whatever was it, H2O blend? That
The
is
hydration.
That is the fucking worst tasting stuff. I've tasted some shite in my time. I was
some
like, holy
diluting in it.
fuck.
That's what I
What?
started
You
doing.
told me to put that in.
Because it's like purple. I assumed it was like berry flavoured or something.
No,
I'm like,
he doesn't flavour his products because he's
digestion
hanging
reasons
about
and shit.
digestion.
Yeah, for sure.
So he now sells a separate fucking
Like a flavour pouch.
flavour, which is also a catalyst, which helps uptake. So
clever.
if you're like on prep and you don't want to affect your digestion, you can just take it as is, or you can add he wants you to have the option type thing. So like the pump product you could take pre-stage and you know it's not going to affect your digestion.
Yeah.
That's
It's the
kind
fluffy
of the point.
shit on the top that fucking is a bit rough. Like,
I
What's
just
that?
put it in a shaker and didn't really fucking notice. Just down it.
aye.
I mix it with other shit.
I
before
just stir it in a cup and
You
what
need,
is
you
it
need to
you're doing?
shake it. It doesn't mix up like that.
right. Sometimes it's like a bit dry, kind of like it's no mixed in the water, and it's like
You
you've
need,
drank
you
a
need to
bit.
shake it, man.
What's this?
The pre-workout powder.
And it goes fluffy
Turbo
on the
pump.
top.
Aye, a wee bit, aye. Kind of like, but I'm
What's
stirring
in
it.
it?
I don't know. I've not looked. See, as a
You got to
product,
just like that fucking reckless abandon, or just drink it.
as a product, it's just, I don't do a full scoop. I go down a bit, because when I do a full scoop, I struggle to get to the top of the rep range. Kind of if I'm at 12 to 15, it's like I'm just foo and I can't get.
Pump's too painful.
Nah, no, it's no fair. I just like I can't. It's just like
And is
I
it
don't know.
can't because you're full? Is it can't because you're hypochondriac?
I mean, it's probably a combination of both factors here, but primarily because so I'll do 3/4, and that seems to be the great balance.
When is
for
it
me.
just like you mix it up?
It's just a powder like another
Right.
pre-workout.
But it's like your general pump pre-workouts that
And
are
that's
meant to
turbo swole?
enhance your pump. Turbo swole is an injectable form. So turbo pump is just a powder that you would drink.
Right.
Turbo swole is injectable.
And you take the two before a workout?
Generally, aye. But like, I don't use stim pre-workouts anymore because
Nah,
they
I
fuck my
don't
belly.
either. Fuck that.
And pump pre-workouts, I've always found shit.
Right.
And I wasn't even going to try the turbo pump for engineered because I've always found pump products shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, fuck it, I'll get a bash. And it legit fucking
I think it's good.
really works.
It's good.
And is that systemic? Like you don't need injecting a site or anything?
No.
No.
I used it pre-stage at the British and the Open.
What other
just
stuff
before
they
you
got
went
that's
on, had
good?
your wee pump up in that for sure.
It's really good.
What about what else they do that you find helps?
What else do I use? They do like vitamins and the general like.
Glutathione. and all that.
They've got the health ranges in the process of being released. The cardiac side, which is your heart care, and the liver and the kidneys on the way.
Yeah.
They do the L-carnitines and stuff as well. And they've just started Slew, which is a fat burning peptide, which I've not tried yet, but it's a lot of folk are saying it's really good.
What was the one you said that was really? Was it L-carnitine?
Yes.
That worked.
So that I used that in prep,
Bit
and I
stingy.
felt
Was it?
it's pippy after you pin it. Yeah,
What's peppy?
post injection pain, so it's like nippy.
Right.
Doesn't last too long, but that's a
No.
wee bit uncomfy. My fucking shoulder was disco dancing the other night for about half an hour.
I find that when I take it in the morning, I assumed it was due to dehydration, but you're saying you've drank before you've taken it, so.
Well, a litre, like nothing crazy. It was in the morning I took it, mind.
Because when I take it pre-workout, I don't have that, but if I take it first thing in the morning, sometimes makes me. It's almost like crampy.
It was
that's
just going to be a cryptic fit.
And is the thing that it's specific for fat burning, or is there another
It
component? to it?
basically gets your body to use fat as an energy source as opposed to like glycogen,
Right.
which obviously helps you burn fat.
Yep.
And it also increases your performance and your pump slightly.
You still got your discount code for engineered?
Uh-huh.
We'll put it. What was it?
AH10.
AH10 for all your engineered products. So go order some good stuff. What was the heart product? That sounds
Cardiac.
I
it's
take
called.
cardiac.
Yeah.
It's probably the most comprehensive heart product on the market, to be fair.
It
What,
has
like,
out
what's
of-
in, what's like what would be good products? Like what is it that's in it that
Well,
would
see,
be good for the
before,
heart?
like when I was taking a heart hang, I was using Strom and JPs, and together, the ingredients that's in these two separate products is all together
In cardiac.
in engineers.
But it's also
It's
he
higher
has
dose
dosed
as well.
it at like basically as high a dose as it could. So it's
Aye.
no like
So you're like 10 capsules. So I do 5 in the morning, 5 at night.
same.
So I'm not like a maraca.
Fucking
Fucking
hell.
first half in the morning. But also the capsules are a wee bit weirder than most normal capsules. So although it's 10 capsules, it
Is
sounds
there a lot
worse
of them?
than it
Assuming
really
you get
is.
quite a lot in a tub.
Aye.
Eh?
Do you get quite a lot in a tub?
Oh,
Comes
aye,
in
the
a
tub's
tub of
fucking...
300.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got a
Aye,
month,
so you're no
month's
like...
supply.
money ratio, it's no any more expensive than anything else. It's all kind of... Actually, I think it's a bit cheaper than a
Well,
lot
to
of
be
other
fair,
ones.
if you're going to get what's in cardiac, most other brands you've got to buy two products.
Aye, that's what
like
I'm
with
saying,
the
yeah, so it
JP,
is
you've
actually
got to
cheaper,
buy
yeah.
two different products to cover the same thing.
Yeah.
So you're actually probably working out
Saving
cheaper.
money in the long run, for sure.
And because of the dosing, technically, if you're no pushing your stuff that high, you don't really need to take a full dose.
No, you could half it, just do the 5 and it'd still be adequate.
Yep.
Still better than nothing.
That's
Oh, and yeah.
And in this day and age, there's a big need for cardiac health.
Yeah. Especially
what's going
after certain
Jibby jabby.
certain chaps.
Certain jibby jabby. I was watching.
one of the main ingredients in the cardiac actually is a component that releases the spike protein from your body too.
What is it?
It's
Nicotine.
yeah.
Nicotine or
tinnies,
something. Yeah.
Aye,
Is it bromelain?
there's 3 of them that are really good at doing it, and the main
got the
ones
stack in
that
the house.
aye, the main ones that NAC or whatever.
That's supposed to be like really fucking good for you.
It is really good for you, really good.
What did any see the fucking Katy Perry going into space fiasco?
The
What
fact
the-
she never went into
What-
space.
what?
That one.
That was like, you know, that looked like a really bad school play.
Aye.
You see
No,
it?
I've not seen it. I've heard about it, but I've not seen it.
This was a shambles, a fucking shambles. So like they've apparently landed. There's a crystal clear like window, like a perspex, and you know how when you're on an aeroplane, the door opens out the way.
Yep.
And that's to make sure it seals properly.
This opens in the way.
Well, they opened the door in the way, and then miraculously they've shut the sort of fucking like wibbly wobbly door, shut the door, and then Bezos has came up with the fucking wrench and the toolkit for all for all purposes, opened the door and opened it out, and then let out the fucking Spice Girls or the Space Girls. It was like and somebody's put a picture of some sort of shuttle that's came, or I think it was some capsule that's came back, torch, seared, all the burn marks from re-entry, and then the pristine kind of capsule that's arrived from, is it Blue, what's the name of his company?
Don't know.
Blue fucking Pantomime.
There's a few things though, like in that astronaut that just came back for spending 100 million years on the International Space Station, and she's came back on her own. There's footage of the capsule being dropped at the back of a military plane, high altitude, and then she's getting out it, and you see someone's hands helping her out, and then he fucks up. You're like, who's that?
Yeah.
Who's in there? Where?
Have you
She
ever
came
seen
back
the-
with a tan. She's been in fucking space for a
Mate,
year.
well, she has been closer to the sun,
Well, aye, there's that.
sitting in the space station with a bikini on. But did you ever see the videos where they've got like did you see the women with the hair? They must have like hairsprayed her hair, so her hair's fucking solid, and she's like floating in space and the hair does not budge.
Nah.
Oh, somebody's compiled.
There's loads of the videos are ropey as anything.
Seen the harnesses? Have you seen those?
Seen the harnesses.
And they're spinning round, and you're like, well, what's that caught in your t-shirt?
Well, see, there's ones where the boys, like, obviously, apparently going down different hallways, and he fades in and out too quickly. He, like, disappears before he's got to the wall. Hey, come on, NASA. A bit of effort, please.
Have you went down the rabbit hole of Stanley Kubrick?
No.
So Stanley Kubrick was the film producer, and he, before his death, filmed Eyes Wide Shut. And
Tom Cruise and
yeah,
that.
with Tom Cruise, and it was all about the
A bit of
rituals.
a
And it was
sexy
They
fucking...
basically said there's 20 minutes that got edited out that were, and Stanley Kubrick was like, no, but we're leaving them in. Mysteriously died after filming. They chopped out 20 minutes of the sort of rituals that were never to see the light of day. And before his death, he says basically they hoaxed all the whole moon landing he was essentially the director that created the whole
Have you not
facade.
seen the folk that have found where it was filmed and
Aye.
been like, selfie?
Here's the mountains on
Aye,
Mars.
literally
And
identical.
Aye.
Mental, eh?
That is wild. That is wild. But Katy Perry will have all the answers.
Oh,
She'll
yeah,
know.
yeah, that's it.
She'll know.
She probably filmed a music video on the moon, mate.
What did you ever see the video of her with the fucking it was like her brain was starting to malfunction. The eye was rolling up. Just one eye.
You seen Ariana Grande going on about the memory deletion because they were asking about something. She's like, "Oh, they did the memory eraser on."
She was
It's
very
like,
Men
what the
in
fuck
Black.
are you talking about?
Oh, I'm away to like Sunshine Valley in LA, and they're going to like fix my memory. But what the fuck is going on
I
here?
don't know what you're talking about. We did the memory eraser. I'll have to get it fucking.
Have you ever looked into the MK Ultra stuff?
Nah, you've talked about it
Right,
before.
so like you read the MK Ultra, and it's. Have you ever seen Mel Gibson the movie Conspiracy Theory?
Yeah, really good.
So the Conspiracy Theory
It's
movie
like
was
90s
about
film. It's pretty
Aye.
old.
So all Mel Gibson plays this sort of mad cabbie who's like telling you all of what's going on. So he's just fucking latching onto anybody and drilling at them. Do you know they do this and do you know they do that? And they're like, this fucking crazy guy. And it turns
Much like
out,
what we do with
I was
people.
going to say, it sounds like you.
right, well, essentially, it's exactly that. Apart from they've got a taxi, which maybe a good idea.
You just send me them on Instagram instead.
Aye, that's it. We don't need the yellow cab. We've got the
That's it.
phone. And
Technology's improved.
it turns out that MK Ultra they were doing it to him, and everything he was saying was true. And the all the stuff that he done in MK Ultra, it's all out now that was they were doing it.
Yeah.
The whole midnight. What's it called? Basically, there was guys like going into brothels, and there was a two-way mirror, and they're jacking them up with loads of LSD, and then subliminally mind programming them.
You see, they've just admitted to blocking out the sun now too, trying to stop the sun. They've just admitted to that on the.
Or the dimming of the
papers.
sun.
Aye, they've admitted to that now too. Can
What
fucking
in
all
the
the silver
fucking
nitrate
Terminator
and shit.
2 fucking Skynet is active.
You can. That's a company, yeah.
Aye.
Fucking.
But see AI, when you looked at Terminator 2, you looked at AI and you thought, what are we going to get? And now we were thinking galactic machines, fucking death rays. And all we're getting is a bird with three tits.
I know.
And memes.
Yeah.
We expected better for them from this. The sequel for Terminator is not going to be up to much.
I tell you, young lads are using ChatGPT to chat to birds and that now.
Oh, you told me that.
It's fucking class.
I've heard the cunts using ChatGPT to write fucking diet plans and shit.
Is it?
Aye.
Fuck's sake.
Is it any good?
Fuck knows.
See,
I wish
AI
I had it at fucking school though. See the amount of cunts that are telling me they like passing their exams and doing uni dissertations.
Apparently people
Fucking
using it for their work and that.
Aye.
To write fucking emails
Coding
for them
it,
and
man.
that. Aye.
One of the boys, he's fucking.
It's only as good as the prompts. Like, see if you
Yeah,
need to prompt
aye.
it, and you like,
Yeah.
come out with just some generic shit. Do you know that there's a bit in ChatGPT that's so you go in and it's like explore ChatGPT and it's got all the different sort of parts. And one of the parts in ChatGPT is make it not look like AI, because people are when it first came on the scene, people were like, wow, this is amazing. Look how professional and
Yeah, now cunts are
articulate.
catching on to it,
And
huh?
people are now human beings are great at recognizing patterns. We're like, looks like fucking AI. And there's wee telltale signs where you just go, that's plagiarized and completely fucking AI generated.
That's what Grammarly's for though.
And you know how you get like an email and it's got antivirus? We now get things that scan an email to see if it's been generated AI.
Yeah.
So you've now got an app. You've got
AI looking for
trying
AI.
to outguess AI, and an AI looking for AI. And then I took. Remember we done the conspiracy theory one about fucking the geoengineering. Where I put
Aye.
the same question in ChatGPT and the same question in Gork, which is like X premium.
Twitter's AI.
Twitter's AI. I put the same thing in, fucking spewed out two opposing views.
Who do you trust more though? I'd say Gork's probably a wee bit more trustworthy.
Gork's a bit more edgy.
Aye.
Seems to have less bias, but then you don't know. You just fucking never tell in this day and age. You can just never
You can't
tell.
trust Alexa.
No.
Nah.
How?
If when the Trump election was on, if you asked what Alexa thought of Trump, Alexa doesn't get involved with these types of things. And you asked about Kamala Harris, and she's like, "Oh, Kamala's fucking great with bestos," and rattled out all these things about Kamala. It's like, you fucking one-sided, can't you?
Fucking hell. Oh, the shoe's off.
Well, it's getting a bit sore.
Is it?
Aye.
You need a bit of cake yet?
No.
No. Staying strong.
Aye.
What you and Gaz having for your is off plan tomorrow?
Five Guys, more.
Oh, deadly. Big cheesy
I've never had a
burger.
Five Guys.
Burger
You know?
and fries and half a
Oh, mate.
diazide before bed.
Fucking half a what?
Half a diazide.
Fuck's that? The diuretic or whatever.
Diuretic,
What would be? Why take a diuretic with a Five Guys?
Because the Five Guys pushes the sodium in, and then the diazide pulls the sodium out and the water comes with it.
And what you
And
doing
Five
at
Guys
the
is just
weekend? You want to look
fucking
good or
good.
something?
No, he's on stage on
I'm
Saturdays.
no
competing.
Gaz is competing.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm not taking the diazide. I'm just going
Gaz
for the
is on-
food, mate.
Gaz
Where's
is
he
on stage
competing?
on Saturday.
Glasgow, Two Bros Scottish.
Nice.
It's looking good.
He-
To be fair, it should be an easy win for him.
It's fucking
Scottish,
looks
I think
great.
so.
Good shape. You look good at
The only thing is maybe if his tattoos, if Two Bros can be funny, he's got more coverage than me. 'Cause he's got his legs done as well.
They need to get to fucking times with it though. If you're operating in a country where 1 in 3 people are fucking
they
tattooed,
don't
you're gonna have
fucking-
to fucking let it
They
pass.
don't like
eh?
the tattoos. They don't like if you do a cover up of your tattoos. So
Like with the tan and that, yeah.
Because to be fair,
You
the-
done all right last time though, did you? know?
he's using the same tan that I used.
Aye.
It's different to the one that
Is it Pro Tan or
Pro
whatever?
Tan. So this is A1 tan that we use.
Oh, right,
It
okay.
goes a bit darker. So I need
Are
to
you
go-
doing a couple of layers the night before and shit like
I
that?
done
or-
well when I got it. The lassie basically told me use the whole bottle.
Okay.
So I done 2 coats the night before, 2 coats in the morning.
What's a fucking whole bottle? You can't. You're about 25 feet tall.
I think it was probably about
And that done all
that
4
size.
layers?
four
Sound.
layers, and I kept a tiny wee bit at the bottom
That's
in case
well,
I needed
yeah.
a touch up backstage.
Fucking sound.
It's decent. It was a good tan, to be fair.
Yeah.
You competing this year?
No, I'm getting massive this year.
How,
Massive.
what's the plan? How big are you going to go?
I mean, mainly the thing for me is I need to bring up the back, hamstrings in my back.
He said to me when we started boys, like race you to fucking, what do you say, 390 or something like that.
330, I think.
390.
Oh, I can't remember what it was.
390.
I googled it and it was 149 kilos. I was like, you can fuck
I
right
think
off of
it's
that.
330, I think I said.
Aye, it was 330, yeah.
330. Because I've been 320 before, so there's no point.
No, you need to go bigger.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh.
How are you going to bring up your back?
Train it, man.
Basically, my training is I have 2 back days now, 2 hamstring days, and then everything else just gets hit once. So it's just bringing up the frequency, basically.
Right.
And I'm also now using oxys before my back day.
Okay.
What's your thinking behind that?
Oxys? Well, it's not my thinking, it's Hilly's, but fucking
50s.
50s, aye. So I'll fucking see in the past when I've taken an oral in the off season like D-ball or oxys, it's fucking great. My strength goes mental. The problem is I usually can't eat on it. So what Hilly's doing is I'm only taking it twice a week, the night before my back days, because apparently then it has less effect on your appetite. He says this comes from Chad Nichols when he was coaching Ronnie. That was the way he done it. Oxys the night before.
They are potent though, they do fuck around with your
Oh,
insides.
I'm only taking them twice a week and my strength's going fucking mental.
I guess it's, see, orals nowadays too, like cunts taking them seems quite rare, whereas back in the day, every cunt in their fucking dug was rattling D-ball and
Same.
oxys and fucking T-ball and...
That's kind of what I like about Hilly is he's got, there's a bit of old school in there and he likes to experiment.
They looked the best back in the day. I don't see why folk fucking changed it all up, huh?
It's fucking, aye.
Back in the day?
Like in the 90s era,
Aye, exactly.
compared to now. Fucking...
Been fucking telling them. The 90s era is the top tier.
Aye, but in terms of sort of bodybuilders and that, he's at the top end of being a big cunt, whereas most folk are...
Like, how big would you need to be, like, to because it seems to be you need to be fucking gigantic.
I don't know, like, I think a lot of it's
Like, what's
illusion.
what weight Samson on? Let's say
Samson's getting on stage over 300.
what?
He doesn't weigh himself at the end because he gets too fucking involved with the scales, but I believe
300
he was like
pounds.
306 or something.
Fuck.
It was either the Arnold's or the Olympia. He was about 306 on stage.
He didn't win the Arnold's, did he?
No.
Well, see, this is the thing with the... I like Samson, but Samson won the Olympia because Hadi and Derek were both off. And Derek came back to the Arnold's fucking on.
Yeah.
And Samson was slightly worse than the Olympia. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at the Olympia this year because it's fucking wide open at the moment.
Derek's fucking back. It's fucking.
I don't like Derek. He's a wee fucking Bible basher, and I don't like it.
Oh, is he? Is
He's
he?
a gay fucking god cunt.
Oh shit!
Fucking
Okay.
thank God and all that.
I've only watched this. I've only watched them training. I've never actually listened to him.
I listened to him on a podcast and I turned it off because he was going, I need to thank God for this opportunity and all this shit.
He is American though, mate.
Aye.
It's just when he's training back and his
But
back
he's
fucking
probably
folds on the spine.
definitely
It's
got the
fucking
best back in the IFBB right now.
unbelievable.
Who has?
Derek.
Derek
When
Lunsford.
you watch him row, his back starts folding and it's about 12
it's
inches that
huge.
meets of just sheer his spine gets swallowed.
He's absolute.
The depth in his back is wild.
He's absolute like fucking thick sausages as well. Like, what the fuck is he doing? What's he up to?
He was good, really good at the Arnolds.
You seen fucking Regan Grimes' back the new? The width that wee cunt's got on it.
He never fucking brings it to the stage though. He's got all the fucking potential, but seemingly he's not quite got it up here. Doesn't he train that hard and shit apparently?
Just
Because everyone
gifted.
says if he fucking did the thing, he would win the Olympics.
This cunt's ratio is
He's
wild.
he's got it.
Just a bit
Physically,
lazy.
just lazy, apparently.
Is he?
Doesn't he do the training?
He's
Flex Wheeler
still
was
quite
supposed to
young
be
though,
like
too,
that.
isn't he? Is he not still in like
He
mid-20s?
is still young, I think. He's maybe getting in his late 20s now, but he is still bodybuilding terms. He's still young.
I wonder what the path's like, because I think you need to have that fight in you from the off. When you think of like guys that
The size that we cunts at though is definitely genetically blessed for
Yes.
sure. Like especially if he's a lazy
that
cunt.
was how Flex missed the top spot because he just never got it together. He never gave it his all. I mean, we'll talk about a fucking gifted human being in terms of like just he had it all, but never used it. And then you look at maybe it's like anybody you
You
can
think
have.
if you were sharing the fucking top stage though, you'd go for it, surely.
The thing is, these cunts, it's their only thing they're fucking doing as well. How can
I
they
know,
not? All you need to do is eat and fucking train once a day.
Yeah.
If I can do that around fucking my Sparky shit and everything else,
Yeah.
how the fuck can they not when it's all they do?
I know.
But you see that controversy with like Mitchell Hooper calling out like the world's strongest man, and that's the sort of the whole beef that he's got about. If you heard about it,
Nah.
I don't even
Calling it
follow
tall.
the strong
no, he
man.
didn't call out. He called out the organisation,
Oh shit, okay.
and it was basically if this continues to go on, it'll be the last time he competes. He's like, I'm not going to compete with this federation.
What's happened though? Is he not just got a fucking sore arse because he lost last year?
No. He's not on about any of the judging or anything like that. He's like, look, when people are flying their families out, they need to pay for the families' flights. They need to pay entrance fees.
Yeah.
So the top guys that are competing, he's like, these guys, the guys at top 10 level aren't even breaking even by going to the show. By the time they're getting their flights paid for and their rooms paid for, but by the time that they pay their friends and family and they're paying a flight out there, he's like, they're fucking down. He says a lot of these guys are working. They're not like professional athletes that are have sponsorships. And
See,
that type
some
of
of
thing.
them are all right. Kind of
He's
like
like
Tom and Brian Shaw and that. They've all got gyms set up and that. They'll be doing all right. But if you're just a normal working bloke and you're
But he's
doing,
like, he says they're taking probably 10 days off the work, so they're losing 2 weeks of earnings. Then they need to pay for their partner, need to pay for the
feeding
flights.
them all while they're
He's
there.
like, he says it's fucking. He says it's hard enough to get there.
it's like going on holiday ultimately. You know what I mean? When you're
Right,
saying
he's
like,
like, you add on the training, you add on the supplements, you add on all the time, the effort. He says it's a joke. And the big thing, the big bee in the bonnet they had was, he's like, if I compete at Rogue, you're paid within 3 days. If you compete at Arnold, you're paid within 4 days. You compete on the world's strongest man, you're not paid for 90 days. He's like,
90?
so 90 days.
fuck me.
So the 90 days, and then they couldn't. He's like, they record it in the summer and it's not released until
till the Christmas.
He's like, so there's no build up, there's no anticipation for the athletes. They can't post anything, all that sort of stuff. He's like, it's just a fucking joke. And apparently the media company that signed the contract, some like fucking, death contract that was signed in the 70s, like it's one of these ones that they couldn't get out of. So like they're tied to all these sort of terms and conditions. But he basically took a shot that he's like, I don't need the world's strongest man. He's like, so I'm going to say it how I see it.
Yeah.
And like loads of people were pretty amazed that he would say it because he was always very corporate the way he came across, very like media friendly and just that saying all the right things. And he's came out and just took a fucking serious shot at the organisation.
Thing is, you need people like that though, eh?
But he's not took it because he's upset. He's like, I'm taking it because what you're doing to the athletes as a whole is shite.
Yeah.
So
And ultimately, if the athletes don't go and show up and compete, they've not got a fucking federation. It's empty.
and that's what I'm saying. It's like, see with like the Shaw Invitational, the Road Classic, the Arnold. Like, there's loads of competing federations, and he's like, the prize money is higher in these federations, and they're paying within 3-4 days. He says, and then they're flying out the athletes, friends and family. They're not need to pay in. He's like, so you get these guys who are like taking 2 weeks off the work. There's more an incentive for them to do it, and you just get this. But then there's been pushback. Well, you know, if you say that you won the Shaw Classic, what does that mean? You tell somebody you're the world's strongest man. That's got serious kudos. He's like, but it comes at a big price.
Yeah. You're having to pay to get that title.
But it's like, back to your point, that you get these guys who don't need to do anything but eat and train. It's like it's even easier for them, and add in that they're actually gifted at this. So genetically gifted, they've got so much a head start.
Yep.
You would think they would get it together. What do you think stops them?
Probably because they've got everything on a fucking plate handed to them. They've never had to try,
Fucking oath.
You know what I mean?
Isn't that fucking today's age?
It'd be great getting paid just to eat and train. That'd be fucking class.
Would be. I don't know.
Would you be cut out for it?
Huh?
Would you be cut out for it?
I think
You can just
mentally
eat
I've
and
got
train.
it, to be fair. But I like, see, to be fair, going to work keeps me in my routine. I don't know if I would like, well, I suppose it would be a different routine I'd learn to get used to, but if I'm sat in the house when I'm off, it's...
Aye, I like, because like my eating times are a lot more structured when I'm at work compared to when I'm off.
Aye.
Because your day's generally the same-ish. So you're like, right, this, and then 2 o'clock, and then as soon as I finish, I eat, and then pre-workout, and then post, so everything. Whereas when you're fucking off, it's so fucked.
Aye.
It's all up in the air.
Do you know what I seen the other day? And I'm like, do you know when you just start to think, am I fucking becoming that old guy? Right? And I'm not like, tell me what you think here. There's a leg press in the gym, a leg extension, and it's got a seatbelt on it. Right, so that in itself is like, right, okay, I'm going to let that slide. And I seen a boy, and I'm standing next to the fucking, I'm at the leg curl, and he's like, right, come on. I'm like, who's he fucking talking to? I turn around, he's got his headphones, he's talking to himself, so he can't even hear himself, but he's just murmuring it.
I've come across folk like that.
Adam, he's put the fucking leg extension on, and I'm thinking, this cunt must be like, there must be a weight that I don't know about.
Is
That he's about to push. There must be a fucking trap door where there's an ungodly amount of weight. Puts the seatbelt on, starts fucking G'ing himself up. Right, got Crocs, takes off the Crocs, sockless. So it gets better.
Sockless, bare feet.
No, he has socks on.
was
Sorry,
gonna
his
say,
socks on, and he's shoeless. Puts the seatbelt on. I'm like, for fuck's sake. He turns around, takes a sip of my juice, turns back round, wrist straps, and he strapped himself to the handles.
No,
Aye. And I was like,
For leg extension, that's a new one.
I was like, have you ever seen anything like this in your fucking life?
No.
see, my missus will use, I don't know if she still does, but she used to use wrist straps to lock herself in on the leg extension, but she's only wee. She's like fucking 60 kilos or something.
So was this guy.
And he's built the seatbelt as well.
Seatbelt.
I've never seen a seatbelt on a leg extension.
It looks like, you know, you're going in an aeroplane and you got the fucking...
Like some of the machine pull downs and that, I've seen a belt on, because depending on the weight, if you're fucking lifting yourself up, if it's...
I've never tried one, but somebody in the gym told me that he got given one for his Christmas.
A seatbelt?
And he was like, aye. He says...
I've seen some cunt taking a seatbelt to the gym to be, like, kind of like, out their
Kieran.
bag. Nah, where's the Kieran?
Well, this is
Who the
what
fuck
he
was
told
it?
me, and he says, I wanted to hate it, but he says it's actually good. I'm still not going to try one, but this is what he said.
I've never been in I've stacked a leg extension and never
once have I ever
never
came
once
out.
thought, shit, I need a seatbelt or I need wrist straps. I'm like, if your fucking grip's that weak,
That
you
fucking...
need to go and train your fucking grip.
That extension for the fucking extension is fucking good.
The extension for the extension.
Can the hustler pad? That's fucking
I've
good.
never tried one.
I've
It
never
gives you a
tried
bit more
one.
range of motion.
Aye, because I'm always like, I could do with it going a little bit further back. I don't know if it's because I'm long limbed.
Do you use the white Cybex leg extension.
No, I use the one at the further end with the wee yellow thing that's no
Cybex
fucking.
one.
I don't ken.
Aye, that's the new Cybex.
The one at the bottom end. That's the one I use because the white one's not got enough weight on it.
The white one's fucking range of motion shit, if you ask me.
Aye.
See if you use the primal one, I'll fucking put your legs right underneath it.
The green one,
Yes.
it's a bit. It just looks like
Prime,
a faff
sorry.
to me having to fuck a bit with it. So I've never even
I
bothered.
get that too. I can't be arsed putting weights on it.
Aye,
I know what you mean.
because even the the fucking leg press, when you're burst, having to put like fucking 16 plates away
I hate that.
is pish.
Fucking hate that.
You get
Especially
that as
now I
well.
train
Like
on my own.
the leg extension itself or the leg press itself is not the workout. It's fucking taking all the plates back off.
Aye, because at the end of it, you can barely fucking stand, and I've got to try and put fucking 16 plates away.
Well, it wasn't
It's
so
shite.
bad when I used to train with Gaz and Brad because obviously it was 3 years. But see now it's like, oh,
When you're on your own, it's wank.
it's
It takes you about
fucking
fucking
shit.
half an hour to put the plates
But
back.
you've got to go find them sometimes as well because
Aye.
folk have left 20s all over the
Yeah.
fucking place instead of where they got them for.
Aye.
It annoys me when there's other fucking weights in front of them too, and you're like,
Yep.
fuck off, man.
Do you know what I seen in the gym as a young lassie? She was, I don't know, maybe fucking, I can't, like late teens in a wheelchair. And she was fucking training. I was like, you know what? I really
effort.
fucking admire that.
Aye, fucking right.
Really, really admire it. Like, you know, when you go, you know, when you get that feeling, you're like, fucking good on you.
Aye.
Like, really, I was like, that is really good. This gets better. I can't remember what we're training, but like, we're an eye line of where she's training. I'm like, fucking good on you. That's great. We lifting weights. Turns back round. She's doing chin ups with a 15 kilo weighted belt on.
Aye.
I was like, holy mother of fuck.
Still in the chair or out the
No,
chair?
she out the chair and just fucking, I mean, solid reps. And I was like to Dylan Ricardo, I was like, have you ever seen anything that's fucking impressive in your life? And I'm thinking to myself, how many cunts do you hear
How
going?
the fuck did she get up to the pull-up bar?
That's what I was
But
thinking.
she had
Strap
a,
a
she
weight
had,
to
she had
herself
a
as well.
trainer. She had,
Oh,
she had a PT.
right, so-
I
right,
didn't
cool,
see
cool.
how she got onto the. I didn't see how she got onto the chin up, but I would assume that they managed to set it up some way. But you know what it's like when you turn around and you take a double take, and I'm like, you know,
It's when
what
you
the fuck? How much weight has she got on this belt? And I'm thinking to myself, how fucking impressive is that?
So when you see folk like that, and then you're just like, no cunt else has got any fucking excuses.
And you
Do
hear
know what I
people
mean?
that go, oh, I can't make the gym today because I'm sore. I'm like, is that fucking right?
Aye,
I mean, is that right? This fucking lassie's in here in a wheelchair,
aye, smashing it out.
absolutely leathering chin ups, and you're sitting there giving it, oh, I can't make the gym today because I'm sore. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's like, see, when I judged the Scottish, I usually miss the start because I'm chatting to folk in that. So the first class route was disabled.
Yeah.
And I was sitting watching it and I was thinking, I was like, the same as you, I'm like, not only are these cunts still going to the gym, but they're now up on a stage. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that's some balls.
Yep. Fucking admire it.
Aye.
And I said that I went and spoke to the last had left, and I spoke to our personal trainer. He gave me the rundown, and he was saying, it was a medical procedure that had went wrong. So like she
Did she
was
graft before then?
She wasn't always in a wheelchair, so she'd been in training because she plays tennis. She got a scholarship to America to go to university. She played.
She's a young lassie, like.
Young lassie.
Oh, right, sweet.
I was like, you know what, man? Hat off. Then I was like, she's like, she feels a bit like self-conscious and stuff. I was like, see, somebody that should never feel self-conscious. This lassie here. See what she's doing now. That's a fucking inspiration.
Tennis in a wheelchair must be fucking solid.
I was asked.
Trying to get her in the court and fucking.
I said that
switching-
this is next time that she said I'd love to chat to her. So I went up and I was asking her, and she was showing me like the chair that she uses. It's more like a.
Is it one of the ones with the camber and
wheels
that? Aye.
are cambered in,
Yeah.
like toed in. Is it toe in, toe out? And she was explaining. I was like, "That's fucking incredible." Playing golf, they have like a sort of. It looks like something that would push you up and stand you up, and then
I've
hitting it
seen
one
the-
handed.
yeah.
I'm like, it's just fucking incredible, like fascinating and pretty inspirational. And you look at these people that go, I can't be bothered, like going to the gym. You're like, look at this.
I'm gonna have to YouTube fucking disabled tennis later. I'm trying to work it, but ken the mechanics because you're gonna need both your hands
That's
to
why
get
she
a
was
boot.
training on the
I've
lats
seen
because
it. I've
she was
seen
looking for
Are
the.
you having to put your tennis racket on your lap to move a boot and then pick it back? Or do
That's
you get
what-
what I'm?
I know what you mean.
I think aye, sometimes.
You must do it.
Aye.
Because if you need to get across there, you're going to have to spin, whip air.
Yeah.
You're going to need both your hands. You're going to have to fucking...
I'm sure I have seen them. I put it down their lap.
Aye,
And
they'll fucking... They'll need... That must be harder than normal tennis.
Aye.
Proper shift.
But that's the thing as well with the disability class at the Scottish. One guy was in a wheelchair and like obviously moving himself around in his wheelchair to do all the poses and that. It's like, that's fucking...
Was he getting out the chair to pose or was he
He was
stationary?
staying in the chair like.
Aye.
But that must be fucking hard.
Still good going.
Aye.
Very, very impressive.
And his video with PCA went viral. It's had like fucking 6 million views or something. Aye.
I see one boy in a
Fucking
chair,
fair
but he
play,
he obviously needed the chair, but he could still get up.
Well, at one point, he shuffled himself right up. I thought he was going to get up.
That's fucking cool, man. You should reach out to him.
He followed me, actually.
Aye,
on
you should
Instagram
reach out
the
to
other
him.
day,
Just
so he
fucking
did.
give him a heads up, give him a nod. Is he
He's
on Instagram?
Jack knows him.
Oh, is he?
He trains in the same gym as Jack.
I'm up there. He looks like he's doing well. He's coming back on form.
Jack, aye.
Aye, it was like good on you. That was a fucking some injury he had.
What did he do to his knee?
Oh,
He
he
just fucking burst
Completely
over.
ruptured the patella tendon off his kneecap.
Fucking hell.
and I mean like obliterated it.
Damn what?
I said his kneecap was somewhere up here.
He came out. His kneecap was 4 inches higher than where it was supposed to be.
Training or did he
No,
fucking
coming
fall?
out of Greg's, walking down a
Go
step.
out of his car and didn't he see a set of steps?
Or he's just on that sort of weird like impact when you miss a step.
He was nearly home and he was getting tired and he couldn't find a coffee shop, so he was like, right, I'll pull over. And he's got out to stretch his legs, no seen a set of stairs and was bumped down them.
Fucking kneecap, fuck me.
Aye. Freak accident.
I nearly done it when I was younger, but
Barney crawled back to his motor.
I fucking like proper severed that bit underneath, but it didn't fucking fully hang it. It was just there for a while.
Where
Fucking kneecap coming off.
do you think the world of bodybuilding's going?
Where's it going?
Aye. What's the trajectory?
The big man needs to become king again.
Who?
Just big guys.
It's fucking short cunts.
I know, that's what we need to get away from.
Aye.
Fucking listen to you, Perry Lanky bastards. It's not our fucking fault.
It is your fault.
It is.
You should have grew harder as a
fucking-
teenager.
The last remaining Nephilim, you're sitting worrying about us shortcuts because we look good built.
It's easier for you. You've got less space to
No,
fill.
you should be big and strong and massive.
We are.
No excuses.
Fucking hell.
I mean, you just don't look as fucking full as the wee solid guys.
Aye, but the problem is the judges are wee too. We need more judges like
We
him.
need fucking stick together.
The wee man fucking keeping the big man down.
But sitting you two cunts looking like fucking Paul Bunyan's cousins. And you decide to get tanned up.
I don't know who Paul Bunyan is.
The big lumberjack. Big, huge lumberjack.
Nah.
The story of Paul Bunyan was he was a big, fucking, massive, giant lumberjack.
All right, okay.
So it's the story of the giants.
Right,
Surprised you
right.
don't fucking know
Nah,
about
I've never heard of Paul Bunyan.
it. Nah, Paul
When
Bunyan.
the tall guy gets filled out and gets on stage, they'll make the little guy look fucking tiny, but the problem is it's fucking... Like at mine and his height, we're too fucking tall for bodybuilding. The tallest on the pro at the moment is probably Andrew Jacked. He's about 6'2", I think.
And he is jacked.
He's
And do you think that's the top end of sort of, that's a...
I don't think your height should
Top
matter
end
as long as
range.
you've got the package.
His problem at the moment is that when he gets in true condition, he's still got that stringy look.
Yeah, that's the
See,
thing.
when
is
he's
it-
slightly off, he looks fucking enormous. But then
you see a
obviously...
big, tall fucking dude that's just huge. I mean, you go, that looks seriously impressive. But see, cutting in, it just gives that illusion that it's all kind of stretched out a bit.
That's the thing when you're taller and you've got to get sucked down right into that condition, you've got the tendency to look stringier.
The shorter guys just be able to round it
It's just
out.
more compact.
Aye. And that's the best.
Less space between your insertions, it looks bigger.
Aye.
It's the only time in my life I've wished I was 6 inches shorter.
Aye, because I like supercars are the same. Like I get them, like these things are made for me. This is use big gigantic
I can't
fucks.
get in your fucking car.
You were like an elephant in a mini.
I know, literally. We've probably still got the Lambo fucking dashboard
Aye,
marks
there's
on my
still a
fucking
bit.
shins.
There's some hair. There's some Mikey hair under the fucking bit of the badge. As the big gigantor trying to fit in it. He tried. He was like, "I can take it a spin." I'm like, "Mate, if you can fucking
Aye,
fit
so
in
you
this,
get it, you can fucking
fit in
drive
this,
it.
you can drive it."
I'm not getting in the summer.
As Mikey, I need to sit with my leg like that to get a left foot brake. It's like you've no chance, not a hope.
As a passenger, it's uncomfortable.
Aye.
Let alone.
Do you
trying
think bodybuilding needs to get back to hardcore roots?
Yes. It's gone.
It's the circus.
Okay.
Everyone wants to see the fucking freaks.
I agree. But everybody's too fucking worried about getting fatigued and fucking tired now. They don't fucking train hard enough.
No.
So you've got to leave reps in reserve so you don't get too fatigued because it's
4
not fucking
seconds up.
optimal.
Do you know
4
that's the thing I
seconds
hear a
down.
lot with cunts are like a deload week. I'm like, you don't train hard enough to fucking, you've no loaded to need to deload.
There's cunts, coaches out there that'll program in like
I think you got it right the first time. Right?
I should have stuck with cunts. Aye, they'll program in you for a deload every 6 weeks. Now, how do you know you're going to need the deload in 6 weeks? I used to fucking deload once a year, and it was when I went on holiday. I'd get to the point where I'd feel like I need a deload, and I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'll just
Did
keep
you ever
going.
get to the point where you were training? I don't know about you, but when I was fucking hardcore into it, I felt like it was, I'm going to lose everything if I don't train.
Yep.
We need to find a gym. Like, this is all fuck. It was like, you know, I felt like it was an ice cube. I was just melting. It
That's
was
how I feel now. I'm going to Marbella next week, and I'm fucking raging.
how?
Because I don't fucking want to go, because I'm not going to be able to eat all my food. I'm not going to be able to train. I'll go to a fucking wedding. Don't know what the fuck I'm going to wear, because nothing fits me. I've been
Just
telling
do what
her for
Mikey
weeks
done and
that
show up
I'm
in
no
the
fucking
fucking
going.
the hoodie and the shorts.
I'll be wearing my heavy duty vest and my fucking sliders at this rate, mate.
That's a wedding outfit.
She's
You need
bought
to
me
see-
something and I don't fucking even want to try it on.
How? It can't be worse than what I had on.
We're no off the hanger guys, lad.
That's I think she had her pals even try to help her sending her stuff and she showed me. I'm like, I'll need about a 7XL in that because it's like fucking
I need to get fucking
muscle
tailored.
fit.
Aye. Muscle fit for the victim weights.
Aye. So yeah, I'm gonna miss 4 days next week of training and food. I'll probably lose fucking 10, 15 pounds and be in a huff when I get back.
You'll not be that
It wasn't a
bad.
fucking huff. What are you talking about?
More of a huff.
It's
I got angry they were talking about it.
That's how you and Ricardo got on well.
It
He's
is,
just
to
a
be
raging
fair.
wee fan.
We voice note each other all day, just raging about shit
Aye.
most of the time.
And do you feel good when he comes back with something you can appreciate it? But that's fucking quite good, that. That's good. We'll bring back the big guys. I think that's as good a place to any to wrap this up. You want a bit of that cake?
I'm alright. I don't really like cake.
It's worth a look. If it was chocolate, I would get a buy, but the vanilla ones are quite good.
Don't really like icing.
I think it looks like a
I
Victoria sponge.
like the
lad,
jam and the white. I don't know big on the icing.
Nah,
The sprinkles
icing
maybe
fucks
made
up.
that
See all
look
that buttercream shit?
it's no
Fuck
good.
off. It's horrible.
It's not good.
Nothing wrong with a wee dust and ice and sugar. Call it a day, get your fucking ice into fuck.
What do you mean?
Burger. Put my
Totally.
candle on a
I
burger.
can't believe we've never had a Five Guys.
Nah, not a burger guy.
Upper
I'm not even
fucking.
that good anymore, I don't think.
I think it depends what one you go
The
to.
Livy one's pish then.
I always ken where is it? The one at Fountain Park I think's dog shit. Anytime I've been there, it's just been wank.
The Livy one's no good.
The ones at Glasgow we always seem to be sound. Ken at Braehead at fucking or the Fort's alright too. I think it just depends if they fucking if the cunt flipping the fucking smash burgers on the ball, it doesn't dry the cunt.
What
Out.
do you have? Is it beef burgers?
No, it's just beef burgers.
I don't like fucking beef
Cheeseburger.
burgers.
You
Like,
put whatever
shite.
the fuck you want on it.
I'll have a steak.
Cajun
I would. I'm
chips.
with you
Chicken,
on that.
I like chicken
Nah,
burgers.
they're slightly too spicy for me. They kick my teeth out.
What do?
Not that spicy at all.
I fucking struggle with a korma
You find
sometimes.
the korma spicy,
korma?
aye.
I wait
I obviously don't find the korma spicy. It's a
You're
fucking.
a fucking hypochondriac.
Come on.
You can't take any fucking. You can't even make any assumptions.
I like spice. My body doesn't like spice.
Fair enough.
It's one of them.
Have you seen that fucking the Instagram page? It's Game Life or something.
I was fucking sitting on my lunch today scrolling through them.
Have you
They're
seen the
fucking
one
brilliant.
that the missus thought it was Ricardo? It was the guy that was smoking invisible fag and he's all over the street.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Well, there's one I'll send you, and it is like the sound. It's this is Ricardo. The Stacey's actually is Ricardo sent you a video. It was like, no, it's on Instagram, and the guy's sparkled. I don't know if he's on that spice, but he's like he's going back. He's doing the moonwalk backwards, to like trying to keep upright, and nearly falls into a removal van, and then he's just bouncing off the walls. And this guy's giving it commentary while he's in his car, and it's honestly it sounds like Ricardo.
It's when you see some fucking junkies and they're in that sort of doubled over backwards way where they're almost folding over like a slinky and they just pause in their state of smackness.
Aye.
And you're like, how the fuck is he standing like that?
Well, there's one that I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm balls deep into the deep, dark hypnosis stuff because I'm like, how the fuck are they doing this? You know how when you start to look into something, you see that you're getting the oh, that's how they do it. I'm like, how are they doing this shit? There's one that Darren Brown does, and it's a Victorian like example of how they tricked everybody, like a seance. So they're bullshitting people. It's like fucking charlatans.
Okay.
Basically try to claim that spirits are real, and they're going to do a demonstration how the spirits are real. So he hypnotizes this guy, puts him in a trance, and then it's like the spirits are going to come in with you, and then he puts a plank on 2 tables. He puts a plank over 2 chairs, and then he's like, you will go stiff as this plank, and hits the plank, and the guy goes into state, and he just goes rigid hard, and then he puts the back of the guy's neck and the ankles, and this guy is solid flat. And they're like, this is proof that the spirits, if the spirits want to show that they're real, this guy will be perfectly flat. And you go, how the fuck is he in that position? Like, how is his body that rigid? And he's like, there's no tricks, there's nothing underneath, there's no wires, there's no harness, there's no like, you know, what was the magician called?
Houdini?
Like there's no, he was an escape artist. There's no fuckery. He's like, they're putting him in this state. And I'm like, how the fuck are they doing that? The guy is rigid as he's like an ironing board. And you think, you know, he's fucking midsection, nothing moves. So I'm trying to.
I didn't believe any of that shit.
What, the seance?
Aye.
Or hypnosis?
Pay for them.
Oh, we're getting you fucking dancing like a ballerina up and down here.
Nah, see, that's the bit of hypnosis I didn't like, huh?
It's fucking.
Just in
it's
case
wild.
it does work. And they fuck with you.
Aye. Do you know the one up the guy I'm listening to now is called Chase Hughes, and he done all the hypnosis, the dark hypnosis for MK Ultra, and he's explaining like the linguistics pattern. There's something called embedded commands. So I said to them, I was like, I'm going to fuck it. If there's somebody that's got to spot it's going to be the missus, she's going to be like, fucking, because she'll know like what your normal pattern is. I'm going to like sling a few of these in. Never noticed that. Because the first thing you think is, there's no way this is going to work.
Yeah.
The second thing you think of is everybody's going to notice it. Mm-hmm. And the third thing is that nobody's actually going to follow this through. Well, 3 people, I was 3 for 3. I was like, you've got to be fucking shitting me.
What do you mean?
An embedded command, they would only teach it to people at that you needed to be a PhD psychologist, that they would teach you how to do an embedded command. So an embedded command would be...
So do you mean so you can make Stace now do something?
You can make them think that they've made the decision to do something,
right,
because you've embedded the command.
What is it you're making her do?
Anything you can construct, anything at all.
That's how I get my food made for me.
But it's the way in which it's constructed, and you go, there's no fucking way. But see if you were to read it, back, like I've said to people, go and read that and tell me where you think the command is. And I can't see it anywhere. See when you know how to do it, it's like highlighted.
Yeah.
And then see when you know it, and you say it to someone, they don't notice it, but then act on it. And you go, no wonder we're manipulated to shit.
Yeah.
No wonder we're as fucked with.
This is a thing, yeah.
And it's that thing when you watch people, because it's usually skeptical people like us that go, you know, like, you're like, I don't fucking believe this. And then you go and see an entire population falling for the shit, and you go, yeah, that's fucking proof right there.
I feel like there's an element of like shit like that, like it's weak-minded people that you can do that shit with.
Do you know that there's a you can tell with people, you know, you're trying to work out, I'd like to see a hypnotist would work out how suggestible someone is. Mm-hmm. There's a fold under your eye that'll determine how open or like how suggestible. Think of least suggestible to most suggestible, and they're looking at that fold under your eye to determine what it is, and it's because of the way we use our eye muscles, we use our muscles in our face in a particular way, and there's a telltale sign if someone is going to be difficult to implant the suggestion on, and then there's one literally, they're like an open door. And I was like, and the guy Chase Hughes, that he was doing all the work for the intelligence services to go and get people to spy. He was essentially talking people into giving them secrets for their country to the US. And he was teaching operators like Jason Bourne type characters to then go and get people to carry out tasks. And he's like, this is the way we would train them, and these are the techniques and things that they would look for. So he's like, it's all the complex stuff would be like what's their belief systems, what's important to them, your behaviour profile and all this sort of stuff. But he's like, he says, this is the, if there was like a fucking shortcut, he's like, look at this bit of the eye. And he went to all the stage hypnotists and says, see, when you see this, tell me what it is. He's like, there's the 3 of them. And it basically, the one that had the lower eye fold 3, every hypnotist will you just implant them in.
Well, that was going to be a question. So is it the person with the deeper fold for going pish?
Ones that are deeper fold, so they'll have a line under their eye, and it'll be so prominent, and it's folded over that the sunlight never sees it, and they'll have a dark line, and they'll have a skin fold that hangs over it. The lower eye fold 2 is there's a crease.
But do you think that's just from folk pulling faces being like shite? You know what I mean? So
Frowning.
basically, like,
that's what they're doing.
Pash, mate.
See that thing that they're doing there, because they're like, that scowl, that scowl of I don't think's going on is the one that makes them least suggestible, because they have done more of the, and that's how they know. And see the ones that have a smooth, like you know how when you see a fucking con, you get the email, who the fuck's falling for this?
Aye.
They'll have a completely smooth bit under their eye.
They can't fall for
They're
it.
just
But
falling
surely
for it.
that comes down to genetic though as well, because obviously a lot of that can be to do with the fat deposit under your eye.
No, it's not genetic, because it's the muscle. It's the muscle.
Interesting. I didn't care what my underneath my eyes look like, to be fair.
No, I mean, that's the thing. You start fucking looking in the mirror.
Look when I go home, aye.
Totally, yeah.
Sitting there having a look. I'll send you the picture, because I've taken a picture of the book, and I'll send you it, and I'll show you what to look for. And I've looked at people, and I'm like, oh, I get how you are like this now. You know, when you go, they do stupid shit, and you go, how the fuck did you fall for this?
Aye.
And I was like, oh, that's it.
Aye. You've got a smooth face.
My missus must have none.
I just have a look under there, and if it's smooth, she's totally suggestible.
So, definitely, I don't even need to look, mate.
Aye. Do you know? Boys, it's been a pleasure having you on. It's a pleasure as always. Thanks for sharing the big fucking 100. Not 8 episode
totally,
no
yeah.
edge.
That's funny, you didn't even fucking know.
Neither did I.
So
near
Julie
the dad.
says, she's like,
I thought it was a late cake for your 40th, and they put a hunter on it for a joke.
Fuck it. Probably be like 40 since I was 19.